folks at home can hear us. Oops. Didn't want to leave that up there.
It's an idea. That was like, this is the weirdest thumbnail, I gotta say, they've done yet.
I haven't even put up yet. Over or under, fellas?
Chris Beam.
What do you think, Zach?
That's a good name.
What is the OU?
Well, let me take the line movement on the OU. We never. We're so unprepared for OU. Like, we never have a good answer. Oh, rarely. We do have sometimes.
The over-under right now is 40. It opened at 42. 62% are on the over, so I would lean towards the under.
That's fair.
40 is a pretty low.
Very low total. This is a reasonable, like the Bears haven't exactly been lighting it up on offense. I can understand that. It looks too easy to go over. But 41, though, is a really key number, though, as far as OUs go. So, I mean, you might have missed the boat there. But, I mean, if you have to do it, gun to your head, right? We're going under 40. Yikes, that's a low number.
$40 is low, and for it to be pushed down with the majority of people taking the over.
Some heavy unders there.
Yeah.
That's what we call a steam maneuver. Reverse line movement. Low maybe, yes. Oops. Why? If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Take the under. I'm gonna guess. But don't forget, like, these are, everything is, if it's at most, it's like 54% to hit under. That means, there's 46% chance it'll go over. So there's those types of things. It's just, you're fighting over micro percentages in sports. It's just the reality of it.
Top of that, let's see. People are betting the Bears late here. The line's pushed down to 5.5.
I didn't love this game, I gotta be honest.
Open at 41. It's pretty split, actually. We're always anti. I love that shit. Thanks, Chris. We appreciate it.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. How can you, I don't know. I was at the bar on, both of us, Big Ryan and I, on Friday, just listening to people talk about sports. My favorite thing is, they know. Oh, I knew that would happen. I know. What do you know? It's like everyone thinks that they're some sort of, prognosticating wizard that just has a better feel on the pulse than anyone else, right? Because of their, I don't know, I guess sensibilities through life. And I just couldn't be farther from the truth. Humans are astoundingly bad at predicting or assessing probabilities. And this is just, I feel like sports is just a clear indicator of that. I know. You been to college ball yesterday, Big Ray?
Yeah, yesterday wasn't great. What's going on?
Hey, Mickey Hill. How you like Big Rye's thumbnail, Mickey? It's so weird.
The thumbnail's terrific.
Yeah, I thought you made it. I guess you can say whatever you want.
The folks at home just keep saying how great all the thumbnails are.
Is that that's the information that you've been getting, the intel?
Yeah. Falcons win again. That's right, Laker fan.
They certainly did.
They didn't win. They crushed.
They crushed. 2 games in a row.
Like Lou Pearlman looking for talent.
I don't know why we've been joking about Lou Pearlman for like an hour. Okay, half an hour. Why would I lie about
I still don't even know who he is.
You do know what he is. He made a boy band joke.
Wait, who's your favorite character from LFAO?
I don't know. I guess Rich Cronin, the guy who died. See, thanks a lot. Every time you mention one of those things, I have to know even more. Then I read about him. Now I know the guy's whole life. Waste of time.
I think it was worth it.
That for this bit, sure was.
People are sharps are coming down on the Bears here.
Late action. I don't love this game. I really don't, from a betting perspective.
How about from an entertainment perspective?
All he did was find the D. The O's been there all along.
What's going on, Zit? How you doing tonight?
Hey, I got your T-shirt, Zit Vono. I'll be sending it on. I think probably on Tuesday morning. That'd be my guess. Should we flash it in the show? Yeah, we probably should.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
Even more reason for us to highlight how well Zit's doing. What's going on, Jason Finley? The Eagles are hurting.
Yeah, I wanted a cover in that game. It didn't happen.
That was a good defensive battle, that game.
No. I got it. I know what it is. Don't worry, Zit Vono. I know what it is. Yeah, regression to the mean. I did mention this in the stream. I hopefully softened the blow a little bit for everyone. It's it's what's going to happen, right? Checking your college ball from yesterday, Big Rye?
Checking today. It's been rough. 4 units down.
4 units? Ooh. That's got to be your worst day of the year so far.
Yeah. 2 and 6.
Actually, you know what, Item? I would agree with you on that, but my bet of the week cashed.
Still have one more basketball game.
How are you ahead of me? Let me look.
Just started, so don't know.
I don't know. I'm going to take a look here. Give me a second. Public is a winner today. Absolutely. But they have to win. Otherwise, if the public doesn't win, then this doesn't exist. Everything we do does not exist if they don't win some of the time. I got absolutely smashed in college football yesterday. Must have been a huge public day. Yeah,
the Rams line just came down to 5.
Rams, man, heavy action then on the Bears, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if people like the under and like it's hard to lay 5 points when you like under 40. You know what I mean?
It's a pretty big move from 7 down to 5.
It's ginormous. Yeah, today is a buzzkill, but I mean, like you gotta remember, we have to be thankful. Your guys' Thanksgiving's coming up, American Thanksgiving. You got to be thankful, right? Okay, Zit Vono. Pittsburgh. You got it at -6.5, yeah. Pittsburgh, Detroit, Tampa Bay. You had Atlanta, and we had Carolina. Jacksonville, Denver, Washington, Miami, Houston, Arizona, Philly. That doesn't make sense. We should be tied. Unless I somehow filled out my own sheet wrong. Oh my god, I did fill out my own sheet wrong. I put Baltimore. You're not going to change it. Why? I must have clicked the wrong one when I was doing it.
I don't know. Let's check the video.
No. I picked... Dude, I liked Houston, man. I don't know why I clicked Baltimore. I'm going to change it right now.
Yeah, you put Houston in.
Yeah, I know I put Houston, but I somehow, for some reason, I clicked Baltimore in the sheet. Thanks for pointing that out, Zitvono. I wouldn't, I had to look at it myself. What a dumb error. I guess, this is a Google form. My boy put 4 months worth of his income down on Patriots Day, LMAO.
That's a terrible idea.
It's an absolute awful idea, but okay. You know what? It's not a bad idea. It worked. See, results over decisions. That's how you do things, Big Rye.
Yeah.
Make sure you make whatever decision you want. So, this is how it works. You get wasted and you drive home. You don't get caught. Good decision. Big Rye going with the toupee over a crew cut look again, I see. I finally figured out what haircut you have. I finally figured out. Yeah. Heinrich Himmler.
Himmler was pretty underrated when it came to the stuff he got done.
Well, he did come up with a final solution depending on what side of the coin you're on there. Here. Bring up a photo of Heinrich Himmler for the photos at home.
Sounds good. I got a few sloths. You think I look like Sloth from the Goonies?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do that one. Now it's better. It's like there's only like a couple good Himmler comb-over ones.
This would be the closest, I guess.
Yeah.
But if I had hat hair, come on. That's pretty much
You gotta have hat hair, yeah. Oddly enough, Big Rye actually he can grow a mane.
Right there.
Yeah.
It's the same.
John
Exactly
Matuzak.
the same.
Yeah, I prefer the
matchup is gonna
Rams,
be weird.
but
You guys
there's
still on
some
Rams?
there's some movement. And now the price has moved. I don't know. This is all twisted up like a wiener package, as the Jerky Boys would say.
The 55% are on the Rams. Rams are 5-point favorites, but they've been bet down, and people are still on Chicago. Like, this line might come down to 4.5.
It's bizarre.
Kickoff's at 8:22 Eastern time, according to Jim Nantz.
I think Jim Nantz has been smelling burnt toast lately.
What do we have? Rams minus 6.5 for the contest?
Yeah. I can't believe I'm choked that I put the wrong one in. Thank you for telling me about that, Zitvono. Because if I would have had a different one, there would have been a whole fiasco. What price do you like? I liked him at 6.5, but I mean, this is bizarre now, right? So I mean, because now it's come down, but like I don't know, the movement is making me nervous about the game in total. Like I don't even know.
The betting percentages are pretty even, which usually means a non-bet for us. There's been a reverse line. Well, there's been a line movement for Chicago.
Not like reverse, a line movement.
A steam move, you could say.
Yeah.
For Chicago.
Late money in Chicago, so that's, I don't know. This is just a stay away, to be honest. Contest pick, clearly. At 4.5, yeah, it's around that.
What's going on, Noah? Noah's saying that you look slim in the Lions blue.
Yeah, things have definitely changed now. Look like canned pancake batter now. It's hard to bet on Trubisky. Yeah, it's the number item. It's the number. You know, you got to take all of that out, you know. Big Ryan and I had hard-earned money on Jeff Driscoll today, right? It's just
Driscoll played so well.
Driscoll was great.
Driscoll played very
and
well.
Brandon Allen. Brandon Allen. What, his third
Allen
game?
Played very well.
Yeah.
It makes, like, when you see all these young quarterbacks come in and have success, like young backups and like third-string guys, it makes you wonder about guys like Trubisky, Winston.
It's because of the golden age of quarterbacks. Have have maybe like elevated the position and made it more valuable. But once they go, it's going to change.
Mickey said he found a pretty good betting show with Michael Lombardi this morning. They predicted the line was going to drop.
If there's a betting show that's doing that, then that's where you got to be going. Like
Lombardi has a lot of insider info too. Like we have none, and Lombardi's going to have a ton because he knows lots of people in the league. No one's ever told me I look like Cliff Kingsbury, so thanks for that, Corey. I appreciate that.
I don't know why. Is that good?
No. I took LA 5.5. We'll see. How about the Niners covers, guys? Who did you bet and did it push? That was interesting because it closed at 9.5.
Yeah.
At some places.
So that would have been a serious bad beat.
Yeah. At 10, it would have been a push.
Saravuth Pia. Hello. I like it. We got a nice little group here. They didn't heed the warnings though of the thumbnail, despite your best efforts.
The money line for Niners down 16-0 probably would have been like plus 180. For Vikings at 20.
Niners down 16-0. Get real.
Yeah.
It's not a basketball game. It's two major scores with two. No way.
They were 10-point favorites.
It's still.
Saravuth P, welcome to the stream. Saying what's going on, fat guy. You should tell them what you just did in this room for the last 2 hours.
Oh, I've been cutting ass in this room like nonstop. I can't help it, man. Hey, we should order pizza again.
Yeah.
What's the largest spread you guys have seen? Oh, pretty easy. I'm going to say it was Jacksonville at Denver 7 years ago.
What was it?
Peyton Murray.
What was the spread?
27.5, I think. I got to look it up now.
There was a football game. There was a college game yesterday that was like 53.
Yeah, that stuff happens all college. It happens all the time. There's one there. There's one that was 70 something once. I don't know, Corey, Andy. It's the sample's not big enough, and I'm not sure. I mean, in theory, it should be right, and the ball should kind of go. The field condition sucks though. Always in Mexico, right? Roblo's hot tub checking in. Fantastic name, Jake. That was one of the favorites. We got to be honest though. I'm gonna spoil it. I don't want to say who, but one of the key members in this group, his name was Dylan Toddfield's daddy, and I don't know. That's I've been laughing about that since I saw it. So thought it was 24. It could have been. I'm gonna look. Smart fella, smart fella, smart fella, smart fella, smart fella.
Oh, he wants me to say it? Smart fella, 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 smart fella.
Ooh. You know what it is? He's like an organ grinder, and you're like the guy with the fez and stuff.
Yeah.
The little monkey.
Anytime,
and then you eat dates in Indiana Jones, and you get killed.
Anytime Mickey Hill starts playing a flute, I come out of a wooden...
No, it's organ. He grinds it. First down here. We got a little movement.
What's going on, Jamie? How you doing tonight? Broncos got to be the best, worst team in the league. Corey thought it was 24. And,
but the good thing about the Broncos losing, guys, is we're going to be able to get good prices on them again.
Yeah.
Because they've been close. Like, they've been covering. They have been.
I don't think the game tomorrow is going to be high scoring, Corey. Mexico Field, I think lots of field goals, especially with the Chargers' horrible goal line offense. The over-under is 6.5 touchdowns. With the amount of progress Detroit has made this year, let's see what we can get them.
Nice play, David Montgomery. 32-yard line, fantastic.
The live line for Rams is 4.5. Like, I know it's super early, but man, are people betting hard on the Bears? With Buffalo winning, I think Denver could be a touchdown to 10-point dog. Definitely think Denver covers.
Yeah. I would imagine Denver has been a nice.
Those
team
lines
this
are
year.
actually already out. And surprisingly enough, Bills are only 5-point favorites.
There isn't that much there isn't that much love for the Bills. That might be a Bills play.
Well, the Broncos are probably a 7-win team, and the Bills are like an 8.5 win team. Broncos probably 6-win team.
Yeah.
That's a line that they want people betting the Bills. That's for sure. How do we do this week? Dapper dad and daughter. What's going on, Dapper dad? What were we, 5 and 7, or were we 4 and 8?
4 and 8. Yeah.
Yeah, 4
I
and
had
8
to change it
with
because
that,
I put inputted one of the things wrong.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah.
You that.
Sorry, going back to what I said earlier, 27-point favorites. The Broncos were in 2013 over the Jags, and the Jags were winning at halftime. I remember that. We bet that game. Watched it right here. Well, out there, but
we can give them a backhand for hiring Matt Patricia. Bill's going to have high public clout, winning by 17, but Miami didn't have the talent. Bears have more fans there than Rams. They don't have a home field advantage, literally or by the numbers either. Corey said, I expect public to jump on Bills. I want 7 to make a play on Denver.
Yes,
That's a good idea,
I would agree.
Corey.
Oh, Eddie Pinheiro with a miss. Yikes, that's tough. That's tough.
The fat guy and I came to the conclusion that we enjoy watching the games more while we're streaming.
I fell asleep like during halfway through during the Patriots game. Just been a long weekend, and I don't know. I'd rather save my energy for this chat. It's hilarious.
The best traveling fan base, probably the Steelers.
Steelers, absolutely.
Corey said they were up 10 or 17, right? And
I think 10, Corey. I remember we bet that game, and we were pretty happy, and they lost. It might have been 17. Yeah.
Cody Parkey was part of one of my favorite bets that I've ever made. And that was...
we got it returned, though. That was so annoying. It would have lost by 2 points, eh?
Yeah.
What was it? What did we get on that?
I can't rember.
It was over 100 to 1, I think.
No. It was not over 100
Or was it
to
60?
1.
It was long. It was really long. He was unknown.
I think
kicker.
it was like 30.
I thought it was longer than that. Those are so long ago. It's hard to tell.
The bet we're talking about is Cody Parkey to lead the league in scoring when he entered the league with the Eagles, and I believe that was the
Chip
first
Kelly.
year with Chip Kelly as a head coach.
Yeah, it's because they had the fastest offense, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we went with. He ended up finishing second to Gostowski by 2 points. Yeah, Mickey Hill, I can get behind that. Oh, yeah, Jackson Littlewood. Like I said, the name of a celebrity, the greatest natural name. To our chagrin, Dylan Togfield had an excellent day. You know what, though? It is to our chagrin, but we need him to have some days. He needs something. He hasn't had a winning week in I don't even know how long. He represents the public. I need him to win sometimes. It's a small price to pay, and everybody's got a price.
Now the Rams are up to 6.5 after that missed field goal. These live lines are pretty wild. Boss Lions 6-6 so far. Mickey Hill, I swear I spend more time watching YouTube videos during the game than I actually do watching the games. Yeah, with using more market plays and less handicapping, the actual watching of the games has become less and less important.
And less enjoyable lately, to be honest. It really has been. It's not the same.
A fumble for Gurley. Dylan's going to show up halfway through the third quarter after he's done masturbating. And he's going to say... He'll drop like 5 lines about how stupid the fat guy is, how cute I am.
That's fine, yeah.
And
cute. Sure. Maybe
And-
10 years ago, girlfriend.
Well, to Dylan. Dylan's still living 10 years in the past.
I guess he is, yeah. Yeah.
I can see why I chose Chicago. Looking, Denver was 35 to 19.
Yeah.
Broncos were down 14-12 at half.
I just read that, yeah.
Do we ever bet the CFL? Yes, I'm 0-1 this year. This year,
Big Rye has bet it exactly one time. I have never done it. So
I've probably bet a couple times in the last few years, but
the CFL is hilarious. Like it's if you saw a guy that played for the BC Lions, and we live in BC, that would be like pretty commonplace. Like, oh yeah, there's a guy.
They practice 20. It's a 20-minute drive for us to go watch them practice, and we could probably go hang out with the guys after the game.
You could probably hang out with him, yeah.
I've
seen him at the club lots of times. Yeah.
I'd be gaping wide, but I could still hang. You thought
the Jags were down, absolutely.
You thought the Bucks would cover that. Only did one ticket with them. Bad Jameis showed up. 4 interceptions again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. One of the things Fat Guy said was, take the money line because
it's a high variance cover. You know what I mean? Even though I still think it's better to take them in the spread, I'd prefer to take them to win. And I like Bruce Arians. I really do. I do. I used to hate him. I used to think he was a bad coach. And then, I'm sorry, man. Those Cardinals teams sucked, man. They had terrible, as far as personnel goes. But they found ways to win all the time. I don't know. I just have a soft spot for that.
Jason's asking if the Falcons are legit now.
It's 2-game sample. And to be honest, I think they're just they played terrible for a bunch of games. Now they had 2 great games. You know what's going to be good? It's going to be nice to fade them, though, after 2 excellent performances, in my opinion. Assuming that the line cooperates. It'd be nice if they play someone who's done very horribly.
Yeah.
Like Cincinnati. That would be great if they could somehow play that.
They're an average team this year.
Yeah.
They've had a couple of good games, mostly bad. They play Tampa Bay next week in Atlanta, and the line's 4. Atlanta always had the talent. It's poor execution. Jags were down, Dylan will do a drive-by, shoot our house up with an Uzi, then go drop one in on one of the presumptuously 20 other live chats he bombs. Got some big ones in Atlanta and Denver. Choke artists lost some easier ones in San Fran and Oakland. Bucks had a shot. Too many turnovers. Falcons, Bucks next week. Tough game. I'm taking the points regardless who gets them. It's a good way to look at it, Noah. Falcons had a lot of defensive injuries finally getting healthy. That's what happened last year, too. Last year they were so hurt on defense. Philly -3. Next week, yeah, 3-point favorites at home, hosting Seattle. Boss Lion saying remember when I took shots at Detroit's defense?
Yes.
And he said he had his reasons.
Okay, yeah, I can get behind that. 4th and 9. What is going on here? And they do go for it. Wow! Drop by Taylor Gabriel. What a lack of confidence in Eddie Pinheiro. Well, is this so that Matt Nagy? I'm not an idiot. I know how to run. I know about running the ball. Okay, and then now he's just gonna it's just another blaming the ooh, nice voice crack. He's going for it here, gonna blame Eddie Pinheiro. Well, he missed this kick, so he can't make another one, right? I get that you've been jagged a little bit, but come on, dude.
It's just the law of averages, Fat Guy. Everyone knows that. You run hot and you run cold in sports. That's just how it is.
Oh man, this guy is barrel of laughs.
Corey said, "Why were the Jets dogs the easiest money line of the week, in my opinion?"
It didn't make sense though to me. That's why I took the Skins. It didn't help us. That's for sure.
Talk about being bold, says Boss Lion. Damn, Finn's 10.5 dogs at the Browns. Miami's got the least talent in the league, so their lines are always going to be a little crazy. Noah agrees with Corey. Noah said, couldn't think of one reason why Skins should have been favored, other than maybe being at home. Patricia leaves Pats. Now they have the league's best defenses. Go to Lions, now among the worst Ds in the league. 73% on Buffalo at 5. Hope that moves to 7, but unlikely. Look at the lines for the Chiefs-Chargers game. There's 4, 4.5, 5, and 5.5, all at different books. Boss Lions calling for them to fire Patricia if they lose to the Redskins. Hands are being thrown. What do you guys think about helmet throwing suspensions? Worth it? I think since Garrett's out of the league now for a little bit, he should start fighting in the UFC.
Yeah, sure.
Remember when he was sparring? He actually didn't look...
he looked really bad, man.
Yeah.
I boxed a little bit in my lifetime, and his he didn't look good. It's kind of like a lot of those guys, like they look kind of hunky, and they do like the weird like punching. They don't have like, I don't know. It just looks like they've never thrown hands before. It really does. Anyways,
Corey's really surprised that the Bears are 7-point favorites over the Giants. That it's a bad combination when you think rookie quarterback having to go up against the Bears defense. Jets just more talented, and Haskins proved he isn't ready. Are Washington favorites next week? Depends who they play. There's 3-point underdogs against the Lions.
I'm gonna take I like the Skins there.
I wish Mason got suspended a game so Hodges could play. Pouncey should get a medal.
What a run here by Gurley.
It's rare when people are saying that Pouncey was in the right.
Yeah, that's so true. Either Pouncey brother.
Yeah. Boss Lions will be back. Okay, sounds good. Pouncey was worse than Garrett. He kicked him in the head.
Yeah.
I thought it was crazy that Rudolph twisted his helmet and kicked him in the dick.
I thought Rudolph looked wimpy there. I don't know if that makes sense. He got hit with a helmet, I get it, but he tried to get him on the ground and stuff.
Well, what, Rudolph's got 150 pounds or 100 pounds less than...
No, it's 50, dude.
I find that hard to believe. You're probably right. I just find it hard to believe.
It's 50 pounds, dude.
What's Garrett weigh? Probably 280?
265?
He's light then. Way lighter than I thought. What's Mason Rudolph?
So was he weigh 130? Oh, he's 123 kilograms. That's heavier than that. Jeez. He's 271. Nice reception here by Gurley. And he's going to go. Nice.
Raiders only favored by 3.5 at Jets. It's a fishy game. Rams might have the best helmet. Rudolph should have got the hell away. Yeah.
Just under 55 pounds difference.
I find that hard to believe. He's 235.
Yeah, he's a quarterback in the NFL. What do you?
I always think it's such a huge difference between.
No, quarterbacks are just Nancy's, man. That's just really what it is.
Yeah. I guess that gets thrown into my equation.
Here's one for you: Bengals Dolphin in a few weeks. 5-star entertainment, Rye? Yeah.
That game will be fun. That game's gonna be wild.
You mean Bengals, race to the Dolphins. Hey, man, Bengals covered, man. Pick of the week. 2 in a row pick of the week for me. Two in a row.
I'm hoping that Bengals-Dolphins game's in Miami. And then it'll be anytime you get two teams like that in Florida during December. Like, think about winter in Florida is insane. Absolutely insane.
Eric Johansson, white boys can't fight. Sometimes. Not sometimes. Fedor, there you go. As far as heavyweights go in mixed martial arts. Boxing. Interception here. Wow.
Smith.
Eric Johansson, he has some interesting comments in the questions in the YouTube. Would you have next week's spread affect a bet you're making this week? What do you mean by that exactly? We kind of look... Oh, you're doing well, obviously.
Eric, it's pretty rare that we'd look ahead.
Like that far for something like that. I don't even... It's yet to come into... Let's put it this way. It's yet to come into play, but we're going to be doing a lot of market studying, and I'm not going to say no. Let's be honest here.
Noah wants to hear your thoughts about the Astros cheating. Maybe fill people in on what happened in case.
Okay, so the Astros had a camera and camera in the opposing team's bullpen, and they were like gaming signs, like digitally, right? They're using illegal equipment rather than having like a second base, a guy on second base like tipping off signals. I don't know very much about baseball, only from I know what I read in the article, and basically they were using it through noises, like they were. On what type of pitches were coming in before they did during the 2017 season, and possibly going further. And I found it very interesting. I don't know if it's disgusting. I don't know. I'm a bit of like, an Arnold Rothstein. Like, if you're not cheating, you're not winning. That type of thing. I think it's bad, but at the same time, like, it's bad if you get caught. I don't know. Oddly enough, though, in gambling, I feel like there's more honor. I don't know I think that. Like, in gambling, I always pay when I lose. I never, I don't cheat anybody. You kind of, because in gambling, if you're in the bookmaking or the gambling business, and you do anything shady like that, your rep's kind of all you have. Like, if you get screwed on that, you're gonna lose too much money, right? So it's never worth it. It's never worth it. And that's like anything in life, I would say. So, yeah, but the Astros, it, from all indications, looks like they're pretty guilty of this. And I want to see what happens. This is an interesting story. I don't care for baseball much, but I like this story. So, it's kind of like there's so many of these. Like in the World Cup in 1998 World Cup in France. This is a good story. Ronaldo, the fat Ronaldo for Brazil, not Cristiano Ronaldo for Portugal. In 98, he mysteriously got food poisoning in France for the World Cup when they were playing France in the final. I mean, a little bit, a little interesting there, right? So, and he was really, really, really sick, but he still played in the game. Of course, France won.
First and 10 for the Bears.
Oh, what a play! What a play!
By Christian. Guy I don't know.
He looks like he's got a grill. He just saved a touchdown, did he not?
It sure looked like it.
Oh, wow! Play of the game, man.
One of the better secondary plays this year.
I gotta say, that was great.
To flip my last question, have you ever wagered believing a team will do so good or bad this week that it causes you to wager a week early?
No, but that's very interesting, and that's a great idea. You have a lot of good questions. I follow you along in the comment section. But that's like, well,
the toughest part is that the lines don't usually come out until after the game
is
done.
Like our book generally doesn't like have good lines like that, but I mean, we're going to try and expand and stuff from here out, and the limits are pretty low for look-ahead lines, but I mean that's maybe an untapped idea. You know what I mean? The problem is though, you're kind of doubling down on performances, But I mean, it's
the best way to take advantage of that, Eric, is at the start of the year betting futures.
Futures, that's a good. You're going to pay a commission only one time, right? Rather than throughout the year. We really like. We've been historically good at them too. Season-long futures.
Well, it's easier to be more accurate betting 16 games than it is to.
Well, the variance is a lot lower, right?
Yeah. The other thing too is like the over-unders. You have to check in depending on where you're betting. But like for us, like it's usually like 260 wins, and there's only 256 games, and usually there's 1 or 2 ties. So really, there's 254 wins in a season. So you have lots of opportunity just based off that.
Well, it's usually under. And the other thing too about over-unders. Sorry, we went on a tangent and a little bit off base. Over-unders, they assume that everyone's going to be healthy, more or less. Like the injuries aren't really calculated. So it's best to be pessimistic, if that makes sense, right? Because it's really the Redskins last year would have won the division more than likely if Alex Smith didn't get hurt. He really would. They really would have. So you think about that kind of stuff, and it's I don't know. It's pretty interesting. It favors the under a lot, and also too under is a lot sexy of a bet as far as the public is concerned, right? Because the public likes to be positive, right? So I mean, we're pretty pessimistic, so it also fits our personalities as well. You guys notice most Saturday Night Football games go under. I haven't noticed.
That's one of those stats, though, that you were talking about off stream, how you don't like. Like, just because 5 or 6 Sunday Night Football games have gone under,
yes,
it doesn't make it any more likely that this game's going to go under.
It's the problem with futures is not only that there's juice, but you have your money locked up for a season. Exactly, Zitvono. So that is one thing that you do sacrifice, is you sacrifice like the juice isn't that bad on some of them. Like you can find good prices and stuff. You can find positive prices, but you do have to lock it up. It's not always a season. Some books will tender your money if you've covered halfway through the season or 3/4, what have you. They will pay you.
I like Eric's point here. If he's going for unders, he prefers doing it by halves because overtime could cause an over.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes total sense. Going back to season-long ones, but if you're a big bettor though, the season-long ones that kind of have a cap on them, that they're capped. Season-long bets are usually have a smaller,
they have lower totals.
They're lower
bet maximums.
Lower bet maximums. So if you're a big-time bettor, it wouldn't affect your opportunity cost at all. So I mean that's one thing. So that would only affect the smaller bankroll because you know people with limited fund availability, right? It would affect their opportunity cost, right? So yeah, you almost did. Oh, Matthews was hunting on that one. This is the weirdest. This is the most high action 0-0 game I can remember. They've gone back and forth.
Yeah. Turnovers. Missed field goal.
That tip pass was unbelievable.
They triple teamed Donald on that play.
Well, I don't really blame him.
Lots of opportunity everywhere else
I
on
know.
the line.
I hated the direction of that run. Yeah, Aaron Donald is unbelievable. Mickey Hill, like I don't. Is he the best defensive player we've seen, or was it J.J. Watt in his prime?
Well, the two guys are very, very similar in what they're doing because interior pressure is so much more valuable than outside pressure because it just destroys every play.
There's no recourse to it.
And usually tackles are just better players than guards and centers. So to be able to attack from the interior is just a huge advantage. And guys like Donald and Watt are so interesting because they move them around on the line and just find the biggest weakness.
Yeah, and then just
take advantage
capitalize,
of it. So it's super unfair because you don't see that with linemen. Like it's pretty rare that, Trent Williams isn't going to go line up at right tackle on a play just because.
Noah, to me, it's not really about performance. Like I would argue that Foles is probably a little bit better of a player than Minshew. But when it comes down to it, for me and Big Rye, is the way salaries are in the NFL. Like Minshew's what, a 6th-round pick?
Something up there.
Something like that.
It doesn't matter. Peanuts.
He's getting paid less than $1 million a year. The average starting quarterback salary outside of rookie deals is what, around $25 million. That savings alone, right, is you're saving $24 million, right? It's unbelievable. It allows you the flexibility to spend money on your team in a variety of other ways, right? Like you can get 2 marquee players for that price, right? 1.5 for $25 million a year, right? So I like, to me, it not going with Minshew is insane. And the fans love the mustache. See, there you go. Now you're adding another revenue stream there too.
So Foles is getting $12 million. Minshew is getting $500,000.
$542,000. That's just
Dobbs
insane.
is $500,000 as well.
You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you're still gonna have to pay Foles.
Is Foles 24 times better than Minshew?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's a sunken cost fallacy though. Maybe starting Foles, but also you still have paid Foles, right? You might as well get something from it. Jake Jacobs, I think you got the leaderboard wrong. I should be 6-6 this week. You got me at 7-5. Let me look here. Oh, Houston.
Yeah, change that. I'll fix it.
Yeah, you fix it. Yeah, thanks. Pinheiro is a pendejo. Sorry, there is a little bit of data entry in the sheet, so we do make a mistake from time to time. Thank you for pointing it out, Josh. Yeah, Pat McAfee's interesting. He's a fun character. That's more of an entertainment thing, but I have always liked him. He has a good personality. Honest Abe over here. Well, you know what? It's the integrity of the contest, Jason. Someone would have pointed it out anyway. So, and I'm glad he respects the integrity of the contest. Because the whole point of it is to be, like, pretty much for us to, we're going to attempt to be together. The only transparent gambling show on the internet, if that's possible. What's up, guys? Mike Jones, 281-330-8004. Patriots W, absolutely. Pat's got lucky once there's no weapons. I don't know if they got lucky. I mean, it's hard to say. I still think that the right play over the long term is the Eagles at home. I'll say that much. Sorry, my language is so boring. How I used to discuss games. Gurley's runs have been particularly good.
Okay, it should be fixed now, guys. Pat's got lucky. Wentz has no weapons.
Pinheiro is a Pandejo. That might be a good fantasy name. Look at these. Means a stupid or a contemptible person. Never seen the word contemptible used. Ooh.
Is that pizza?
La Pizza. I hate Pizza Hut, but I was so flippant in ordering. Hello.
I don't think we have Proline. Is Proline... We have like Sports Action or something. Arizona was a bad beat today. Yeah, just depending on what line you got it at. If you had it at 9.5, that was shitty. Or 10 with a push.
9.5 is just unbelievable bad beat.
It only got there like last second at some places, but a 10 for a push is pretty shitty.
Oh, Eric, he did get bad beat. That sucks, man. That's. I mean, I get it, but I mean that sucks. And being up 16-0.
Mickey got a push. Noah says line makers are time traveling lizards.
yeah.
The thing with line makers, they're just trying to find what's most likely to happen. So to be within a point or two is pretty likely.
Well, no, they're just the market. The market sets the line for the most part.
Yeah, it's 50-50 though. Like in a game like that where I lost my train of thought because all this pizza.
No, the lines makers, they set a profit, and the invisible hand, as Adam Smith would say, to get a little economically on you. That's where it pushes it. It's just amazing. It's kind of like if you guys ever read The Wisdom of Crowds, a very interesting book. It's because technically we all contributed to that price, and that price just happens to be pretty close. If you had the middle, you did amazing. Yes, absolutely.
All right, Jake, have a safe flight. This pizza's still got some heat.
I prefer to burn my mouth off. This guy is running with a purpose, man.
Well, it was a bad start for him. He had the early fumble.
Nice block by Cooper Kupp. What a football player.
Is it still too early to say that he's been the MVP this year?
Yeah. He's had about as good of a year as you can have.
In the preseason, you could bet Cooper Kupp to win MVP at 160-1,
which is hilarious to us.
Jason asked if that's DiGiorno. Mickey said, I almost middled, had Zona in the contest and Niners -10 on my bet. Oh, that would have been nice. Pretty damn close.
I think the Minka Fitzpatrick trade is looking worth it. Yeah, I would say it's looking like it. It wouldn't be my thing to do, though. Realistically, in the first rounds, like, dollars for I'm going to say win probability added, I feel like you have to do offensive linemen, defensive linemen, and quarterbacks like that. Like, really, that's it.
It's an expensive price to pay a first-round pick for him.
Yeah.
Because you're losing out on that contract.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Wow.
Going to be just short of this
Goff
first down. Going to be a big decision here for the Rams on fourth and inches, really. No, I have Detroit +8. Didn't see that number very much. That was nice. I ended up getting him at 7.5, so I wasn't very happy about that 2-point conversion. You at least got the push. And yeah, Mickey, you were fortunate to push at the 10. It's crazy to think that Arizona was up,
16.
Well, even in the last 40 seconds, they were still winning that game.
Yeah. That's good.
Just snuck in.
I have a feeling Al Michaels is on the under, too.
Yeah, he's enjoying this.
I know a guy who could use that.
Yeah, who?
The Dutch Wonder.
I don't know. That doesn't seem heavy duty enough.
No. A lot of Christmas commercials already. I don't know how I feel about it.
I think you know how you feel about it.
What's that?
I said, I think you know how you feel about it.
Yeah. I don't like it. Do I have to just be negative about everything?
Yeah. The fat guy has to ask for gifts on Amazon. What should he ask for?
Yeah.
Oh, Jason just finished some sloppy joes.
I prefer those, actually.
Are you gonna have dinner?
Yeah.
What's Danny DeVito's best scene from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Dude, anytime when he had to put on that makeup for the kids pageant.
Yeah. When he gets the mortician to do it?
Yeah.
All he wants to talk about is not diddling kids.
Yeah. I feel like Paul Sorvino is lips manless in Dick Tracy. By the way, fellas, nice hit on that Cincy best bet of the week. Thank you. Finally got 2 in a row, Jamie. There we go. There we go.
Jason likes when he was drunk the whole episode. What episode was that again? Was that one of the board game episodes?
His offense does not look the same as last year. He ran out of plays.
I would like to know Nagy's honest opinion on why the the offense has regressed this year. You think it was last season, but you're not sure? It's all good. I'm sure I can figure it out. Fat guy's a man of the people against the public.
I actually am. Why even throw that? Oh, it's a slippery sideline again. You guys see that?
Littleton almost ate it. What's going on, Sam? I'd like to see the Bears run triple option on first down.
Might as well.
Something creative. Instead of having Trubisky make decisions. From the pocket, at least.
Here we go. Now I'm back. I had to fill the cave.
That has completely different meaning in my community.
Obviously. You and Dylan playing grab ass in the back. There's a flag thrown here. This is interesting. Let's see what happens. That was...
What was the call?
It's running into the kicker. It wasn't roughing. Roughing would have been a first down. But they barely ran into him, dude. Like, barely.
Sam doesn't like that they declined the penalty.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, was the punt that good? I didn't see the down and the distance of it. Like, this Bears offense, like, I thought it'd be really bad last year, and it was surprisingly good. But it's all it is just because it's new stuff, and I just feel, like I said, I'm gonna hype this a million times. I just feel bad for Andy Reid. Like, you know, he gets all his coaches stolen. I swear they just steal, you know, a page out of his warehouse of good plays, and then they run out. And now they don't know what to do. And I like how, like, I find it bizarre. Like, Trubisky, Mariota, Winston, have they gotten any better? Even a little bit. No, it's the same guy. And the thing is, you always have to keep the news positive with those guys. You have to coddle them. Oh, yeah, he's doing great. He's making all the reads. He's our guy. I really think Chase Daniel is a better option at quarterback.
He's the total package. He's a good quarterback.
Oh, here we go.
He's good off the field. The guys in the locker room like him.
9-7 is not good enough. Bob Quinn, who is currently 3-6-1, he can't even get to 9-7. I guess 9-6-1 is a little bit better.
What?
Oh, it's been sent, David. I don't know what to tell you. You definitely won, and it's been sent. So.
Mickey says after about 20 games, all those guys are pretty much who they are.
Yeah, I would say so. You know what's kind of interesting though that we've seen, like Brandon Allen has never played a NFL game up until this year, quarterback of the Denver Broncos. I mean, I guess playing behind the scenes without maybe that's a better way of going. I don't know. The sample's pretty small. Him, Aaron Rodgers. I can't think of who else that really just haven't. You know what I mean? Man, look at the liver spots on Al Michaels. Holy. That guy likes a drink or two.
Almost choked.
Play action here. Oh, and then we got a screen.
Good job by Floyd.
Great job. I can't, I don't know, Gurley. I never liked him, but, I don't know, man. He's pretty good, dude. I feel like he's just, the burst is he worth a first round pick? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I heard about it. I didn't get to see it, Mickey. But someone said it could be career threatening. That's so unfortunate. That guy deserves, but I hope insurance pays him $100 million if he doesn't, if he gets a career ender. I really do. It's that's bad for football. You know what I mean? It's just lame. This is a real ham and egger, eh?
Yeah, hold the bacon.
Canadian back bacon. I don't even know what that means.
It's a type of food.
Yeah, I get that. But you ever had, your parents in the morning, oh, come in, we got a bunch of Canadian back bacon? Never.
No, but I'm sure people in France don't wake up and eat French fries.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, same injury as Bo Jackson's. Well, maybe they know how to treat it, though, Mickey. That's the other thing. Sam, I think Joe Burrow is probably the guy who was going to get picked first overall, but it doesn't. We're splitting hairs here. It's just
the Tua stuff was at the end of last year. People have just said he's the automatic first overall pick. Kind of like with was it Darnold when Darnold was coming through?
Yeah, a little bit. I'll have one more slice.
You still want the box here?
Nah. Canadian bacon's cured pork loin. See, I didn't even know it. Thank you. I like Herbert. Yeah, Justin Herbert. Yeah. Mind you, I haven't liked any in the U.S. It probably is here. I've just never heard it being called Canadian back bacon here. Detroit needs to take the best defensive prospect. Yeah, I agree. Oh. Good eyes, Jason. No bacon goes, no pepperoni goes unturned. Matt Nagy telling his players to have fun. Okay. That's a new one for me. In professional sports, at least. The under's looking nice on this game, eh?
Especially the first half.
Especially the first half for Eric, yeah.
I'm going to cool it up for stream.
Big Rise drinking for his, probably, I think, 20th time in his life. Mind you, there's apricot in his beer, so I would hardly call that drinking.
This is a full 4 or 5%.
It's 5%? Okay. Wow, those windows are tight. Nice catch by Anthony Miller. Those guys look so small. We're Canadian. We're from Vancouver. I guess West Coast. Both of us born in Vancouver, too.
This is the kind of drink that, depending on which way I'm facing, would give Dylan Toddfield hair on his mustache or his chin. Where are you from, Jason? Detroit needs to take the best defensive prospect. They got a lot of talent on defense. I feel like
if there's an O lineman too, like just take one of those two things.
The Lions have a coaching problem. That's really what
that's really what it comes down to.
If this was 2012, Brunbacher would have just
I can't even say his name. He would have got his head taken off.
Here's some
Philly.
ASMR for people at home.
So ASMR, so that would have been a sexual thing, what you just did?
I'm sure a couple guys got off to that.
Jeez Louise. Good job by Ramsey to not get a penalty there. I wouldn't be able to resist. I wouldn't have been. That would have been a kill shot for me.
Oh, nice, Jason. North Philly?
One of my friends lives in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Not far. Oh!
Interception for Hill. I forget.
Troy Hill.
Name. Thank you.
Anthony Miller with the tip drill interception. And with the causing the tip drill interception. That was horrible. Northeast.
Receivers, Northeast Philly.
And it was pass interference on Anthony Miller, and he did push off. What a goofball, man.
It's been a poor season for Anthony Miller, who looked very promising in his rookie year.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't care for those tiny receivers. Like, unless you're Julian Edelman, I don't know. Masculinity and toughness is a dying art. Not that you don't know anything about it, but
I've studied quite a bit.
You study masculinity close up?
I've been up and close and personal in the books of masculinity. Have you read, it was ghost written, but it's the autobiography of Lou Piniella?
Lou Piniella?
Yeah.
It's Lou Pearlman.
No, Lou Piniella.
No, I haven't.
The baseball manager.
I don't
managed the Seattle Mariners for a while.
We've been joking about Lou Pearlman all day, and now he's like, he can't even get it out. I can't believe you got that right.
Lou Piniella's masculinity to the max. Do we like cheesesteaks? The cheesesteaks aren't as good here as they are there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
They have a Philly cheesesteak place in Vancouver, and it's absolutely terrible.
There's a lot of that kind of crap around here.
Game stopped for me right after the receiver dropped the pass. You're lucky, boss line.
It was an tip drill interception to Troy Hill. I was in Philly last summer, did an East Coast baseball tour with my dad and brother. That's a cool trip.
You see Danny McBride on that trip, Mickey Hill? Is he still playing?
I like the idea. Like, America has that, I don't know, it's kind of cool because I guess it's a little bit different each state. What are we going to drive to Alberta? It'd be 10 hours? Hey, we're cold now. Like, you know?
Yeah.
I remember doing the Grand Canyon tour when I was a kid. My dad smoked a carton of Camel cigarettes while he was driving in the van. Just no wonder I don't like smoking now. Like, I don't need it.
A carton?
Oh, my dad? Yeah. He had 2 at a time.
Is he still smoking?
He hasn't smoked in 10 years.
I'll let you know.
That I know of. He wouldn't lie about it, though, I don't think. Oh. I don't know. Okay. I did ghost watch him on his... I called his employees to see if he was smoking, and they usually rat on him pretty easy. and he wasn't. And then, but they did say that he'd come in for half an hour and then go to the casino most days. So I'm like, all right, sounds about right. And then he'd just say he was watching Champions League soccer. I'm like, okay, pal, sure.
I've never been to Philly, but it's definitely in my top 5 places to never go. I actually have a friend that lives in Philly, or is from Philly.
Yeah, lots of interesting stuff there. It's an old city too, which is cool. I think Quebec City is the oldest city in North America, though, or like Plymouth Rock, I guess, in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Not that it's a city, but 3rd and inches here for the Rams. McVay yelling into his sheet, so I guess those lip readers are gonna stay away. I always like that idea. Here we go. Oh, and they got Brown in the back, Malcolm Brown, and this looks like a false start. Really botched by the Rams. Good for the under.
We got the Liberty Bell, and that's about it.
And that skateboard park, Love Park. I used to skateboard when I was a teenager. I don't know. And don't you have like a some sort of famous old library or something like that? That sounds about right. And crime, and you got Marvin Harrison shooting people.
And you have a show that says they're from there, but it probably has never been there.
Beautiful old town, absolutely, yeah. Old architecture's cool. Art museum, yeah.
Hey, props on holding that in. You didn't even laugh.
But I like old art. Quebec City was awesome.
Cooper Kupp with an MVP catch. Looks like a touchdown to me.
The ref doesn't know, though.
You got a famous art museum in Philly. A lot of Picassos, a couple Rembrandts.
You've been to an art. Have you done?
I've done art. This is he's either short of the goal line or there's a chance that he fumbled this out of the end zone, which would be wild.
Give number 24 Bears a backhand. Boss line's very critical.
Fat guy speaks fluent French.
No, I don't. I probably speak more than you, but it's horrible. Reading it isn't that hard. Speaking it is embarrassed. Like I couldn't do anything.
I failed French and dropped out.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get in university at?
I had to go to college first and then to university. There's a stupid rule here where you had to get like a certain grade in languages up to 12, and
it had to be. There's only like 5 languages that weren't native ones.
I decided to go to school 2 years longer because I didn't want to learn the language.
That's the only class I ever had a tutor in was French. My mom had this grand idea that I was gonna be a strong university student. I don't know how that worked out.
Who was your? Was it Pierre Luc that was your teacher?
Yeah. They got one guy with 500,000 kids that teaches French around here. Yeah.
Yep. We should have both been in French immersion.
Actually, if I had a kid, I would make him do that.
Nice. I like it. You're putting thought into this. You guys all shit the bed on the picks this week or what? We sure did, John.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
4-8.
4-8. Hey, hold on. Maybe 5-8. Oh yeah, there's some French curse words. Tabernacle, that's their big one.
Tabernacle de Calice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could get you a bunch, but worked a couple of summers in Louisiana and learned some French curse. Yeah.
Louisiana. That sounds cool. I don't know. I like the South. Something about it. I don't know.
You like the South?
Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to be scared of the idea of going to the South because in every movie, they make it look like there's a bunch of Klan members running around, which I always thought was funny.
And you're afraid of Klan members?
No, but I'm saying like when you watch, because I always watched rated R movies when I was a kid, so like every movie I saw about the South was like A Time to Kill or Mississippi Burning, and it made you, I was like 9. That would make you scared. But then now I'm like enamored. Like I want to go. Like they have this big casino in Biloxi. I think we talked about it last stream. I want to go play poker there. It sounds awesome.
Last movie I saw about the South was Tyler Perry's Christmas.
Oh, he fumbled it at the 1. Wow.
Pretty lucky.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, Jason, you're going to want to go to Montreal for that. And you want to bring an attractive woman. I happen to have that situation where I had an attractive woman with me and we went to strip clubs. It was very good. It was a very fun experience.
Yeah. Adrian, what's happening in the game? The Rams are at the 1.
3-0.
3-0 with 3 minutes left.
3:33 left. Gurley with a carry, and it looks like he got in. This would be a touchdown. So we'll be up 9-0 for the Rams with a pat to follow. What a play by 71. The guard. Wow. So the right guard is 71. Bobby Evans, a rookie, just plowed through. Caused that touchdown. That was fantastic. It was really close to being a touchback. Fortunate for the Rams.
Anybody going to make the trip out to Europe for the European Cup or whatever? What's it?
Here we go. You don't even know.
What is it?
What?
What's the soccer tournament?
I don't know.
You don't? Yeah, right. You don't know. You know exactly what it is.
Yeah, of course.
Euro Cup?
Yes.
Anybody going out to Europe? I need a good ass pick for Monday Night Football. Chargers.
Yeah.
+4. It might go up to 4.5, which would be really nice. You loved SCTV. It's a good show.
Second City, it's funny. A lot of Hall of Fame Canadian comics on that show. He is old, but I never liked it when I was a kid. Now I'm older. I think it's really funny. I'll rewatch some of this stuff now. In Mexico!
That was good. I enjoyed that.
How'd you like that? Yeah, John. I knew John Stacey would like that. The dubbing.
The over in Mexico hits a lot, according to Sam. Well, how many games has there been? 3?
Yeah, we can't give you the green light on that, Sam.
Unless he's talking about more sports than just football, American football.
Then that's a good point. I will say this though, wouldn't that be built into the line though? You know what I mean? Like if everyone knows it, then it's null, right?
My prediction is there's going to be 106 sweaty dudes in uniform that night.
106?
Yeah.
Technically it'd be 90.
Whatever. What's a good pick for an NBA game for Monday? It's still too early to say. Sam probably has a better idea of what the best pick is for Monday Night Football or Monday NBA.
Monday Night Basketball.
5-star dubbin.
It was.
5-star dubbin.
It was.
Hey John, what'd you think about the thumbnail for this video? I hear Canada might get an NFL team soon. They've always rumored that they're gonna put a team. It would
kill the CFL. It's not gonna happen.
It could happen.
Only Toronto.
Toronto's the 5th biggest market in North America, so yes. I could see it happening. And the CFL just might not be as big as it is now. Them refs gonna sweat as well. That's true, John. You got how many refs are on the field at one time? 7?
I think it's 7.
Phoenix Suns is what I like best at the moment, but there's no line yet.
How can you like it when there's no line?
Well, he's
calling a shot. All right.
Taking any other factors.
I can do that, yeah.
Sam can be making predictions on what the line should be.
There you go. What price do you like it at then? Now we're talking.
Waiting for the hard stuff still. Put my kids to bed before I started just in case.
That's so good. How big is the CFL? Mickey, it's like hilariously.
Is there 9 teams?
There's 9 teams and about 1,000 fans per team.
No, it's not that small, Mickey. But Canada is 1/10 the size of the U.S. and football is not as popular as it is in the U.S.
Despite being older, no, there's like the games exist, but
it's the second biggest football league. I'll say that.
Yeah,
and they get probably 50,000 people to a game on average.
Is it really that much?
Oh yeah,
I know.
Maybe not 50,000.
Montreal and
it depends where you're at. Like Saskatchewan,
yeah, Saskatchewan. Well, here, if you're not going to get 50,000 here.
Sam thinks that Phoenix is going to be small dogs. Jason says bigger than the XFL. He's right. And Grizzlies have been killing it against the spread, which is something you couldn't have said 20 years ago. I don't know, actually.
I don't know. You don't know the lines were.
I don't know what the lines were. I wish I did. I probably would have made a killing betting against the Grizzlies.
Betting on them, probably. They lost every game by 10. Probably getting 20-point spreads a game.
I think that'd be unprecedented for NBA. But they were one of the worst teams ever. Next week is CFL final called the Grey Cup. Hamilton Tiger Cats versus the Blue Bombers. Sam, do you have any inclination either way? He likes the Ticats. Let's see if I can pull up. Sports Insights does have CFL betting odds.
Do they actually?
They do, but only on mobile.
That's so bizarre.
I think they probably even forgot about it. This is awesome.
Yeah, Mickey, Big Ride does like the Rough Riders. My favorite thing is when
Rough Riders are probably the most popular. They're like the Pittsburgh Steelers of this CFL.
Yeah, I would say that they are. The CFL at one point had 2 teams named the Rough Riders, which I thought was the funniest thing in the world. This is long before our time. But when I heard that, it's just so Canadian. Like, how is that even? Like, how is it even possible? I need a good pick 5 team for Monday. Ooh.
Adrian, stay away from those kind of things. Bet single games.
Single games, conservative, 1% of bankroll.
Ticats will be 3 or 4 point favorites. I do like the Rough Riders, but I'm not much of a fan of the CFL. Sixers should look to trade Simmons or Embiid. Why do you say that, Jason?
Hold on. I got to be offside on the Rams here. 2nd and 11 for the Bears.
Letterkenny's team changed to the Rough Riders. Why? Who were they on before? I've never watched an episode of Letterkenny.
Never watched it either.
I'm like on the fence about it could be good, but I haven't been interested enough to check it out.
Not really. I'm like an anti-square.
I wouldn't say Letterkenny is an overly popular show.
I would say so.
I think it is maybe with like guys who play hockey.
Hey, Bon Jobs, how you doing, pal? You have any moose or any? No moose. You gotta go to Alberta for that kind of thing.
It's about a 10-hour drive. We could see
Banff. If you go to Banff, like you go on a ski trip, they're literally just walking around.
Yeah.
Like it's like bizarre, and they almost like know they know not to. Like you don't get in their way, and they won't get in yours. Cohen with an incredible run for a small guy.
Bon Jobs, how you doing? We're doing well.
Banff is a good trip, Mickey, to be honest. It's got to be one of the nicest cities, like as far as
it's probably
natural beauty. It's got to be like it's the nicest one I've ever seen.
I could live in Banff. I would
you could. That would be your style. Oh yeah, that could happen, dude. Like if there's a big moose, that'll wreck your car and you. They are huge.
They have really interesting things on the highways in where the moose are. Is they have it blocked off, and they actually have you going into tunnels, and then they have nature over top where they can cross still. So there's certain spots where it's not that dangerous, but you never know.
You never know. They're huge.
Simmons doesn't shoot and Embiid is out of shape. Speaking from a Sixers fan. I thought the expectations were pretty high for Philly.
Oh, another screen here. Whoa, what a hit. Jalen Ramsey with a bad boy hit. How's the clock still running down? This isn't out of bounds?
There's it's forward progress.
Oh, right. Yeah. Whoa, Mike! What a horrible play by Trubisky.
I'm gonna go the opposite way. It was actually pretty heads up because he didn't step out of bounds.
Oh, right.
He didn't throw the ball away.
Yeah.
So he's gonna force the Rams to take a timeout.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad. You were right. I didn't realize it was the down and distance.
It was an interesting decision because 9 out of 10 quarterbacks would have gone out of bounds there or thrown the ball away or slid.
Why didn't he pass it off to the guy on the right?
Bon jobs. I've heard the moose horror stories. The antlers can kill you. The moose are crazy. Like if you hit a moose with your car, the car is getting ruined.
Yeah, you're dead, not the moose. Moose probably,
moose
but
are huge.
They're huge.
Screw the process. I don't know. I'm down with that. That was one of my favorite things that have happened in sports over the last 5-10 years. Sam says the Sixers are overrated and the Clippers. Simmons has no J. Well, not during the game.
Hold on. This is an awesome play. They faked like they're going for it on 4th and 10. They ran the punt unit on. Excellent job from the Bears here, I think. I'm surprised the Rams didn't take another timeout.
Are you allowed to take back-to-back timeouts?
Oh, you might not be able to. I don't remember, though.
Just let this bounce. This is dumb. He grabs it. Not that 18 seconds is a huge deal to get something done, but they could have taken
more than the yardage that you would lose.
Yeah, they could have taken an extra 5 seconds off the clock there.
Yeah. Whatever. The leg can kick from pretty far away. I actually like that play by the Bears, that kick.
The coaching's good, but there's no reason to down that ball so fast.
Not an NFL. I think he's talking about the timeouts. It's not going to be Chris Webber, that's for sure.
Who gets the ball in the second half? I think the Rams.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Chicago
started off with the ball and had a missed field goal on their first drive.
10-0 Rams. The under must have hit for sure on the first half. So Eric Johansson.
Congratulations.
Nice win.
From one Swede to another.
You're not Swedish.
Oh, way to ruin it for the
viewers at home.
Yeah.
You're not Swedish.
Dare to dream, fat guy.
I can't dream. I'm not going to dream about being Swedish. I'm not.
You remember when our friend hooked up with those 2 Russian models?
Yeah, I'm sure he did. What, in his brain? His brain doesn't even work very well.
Sam, Adrian, I think Atlanta Hawks is a good play tonight, too, getting 15 points now. I sprinkled money line, too. Let's take a look.
That's a bold money line, 15-point underdogs.
That's probably a live line, if I had to guess, if he's talking about tonight. Oh, the game hasn't started yet. 14.5. 59% are on the Hawks money line.
Gibbs. Oh, so Joe Gibbs tried to. Oh, Joe Gibbs took 2 timeouts and they gave him a 15-yard, and then they. Oh man,
that's so.
This had to be on like Joe Gibbs' second stint as a Redskins coach. That's my guess, because he was what? How old was he, Mickey, when he took the job the second time? 85. I just saw Shreddy's commercial. I'm gonna buy Shreddy's on the way home. I'm not even joking. You guys bet hockey? Big Rye does a little bit.
Yeah, I've been betting a bit this season. There hasn't been any plays, though, in the last few days. I'm looking for reverse line movements and low betting percentages, so nothing today.
Yeah. Joe, you know what though? One act of idiocy. I can let that go. I've watched some of those. I watched some of those old Redskins games when he was a coach. They were awesome. Like that's my style, man. Like the Hogs, just a mean. I'm a romantic when it comes to old school sports. You know, not that I know too much. I was only born in '87, but I like the style of it. I think it was more violent, but almost like honorably violent, if that makes sense. And it just, I don't know, power run. It just, I don't know, it speaks to me. The games on now are just like incredibly soft to me. Obviously, I still enjoy football, but honestly, we're talking about today. I'd rather do like stream with chat. You know what I mean? I fell asleep during some of the games today. Like, it's never used to happen, right? So. I think late 60s, yeah. I felt like he was older than that, but it doesn't even matter.
You know, it would have been. Did Shanahan ever coach the Redskins?
Yes.
It's a fitting name, huh? Like to have him as your
Tim
coach.
Shanahan coaching the Redskins? Yes. Yeah. Yes, he did. Kyle Shanahan was there too. So was Sean McVay.
Sam's adopted the Bills as his new favorite team.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a lot of adoptions for favorite teams. But it was the Raiders and then the Browns, and now it's like, I don't know, Browns first and then the Raiders. I do like the Raiders, I'll be honest. I used to just wear hats of bad teams though. Like here, I got them all here. When they were bad, San Francisco. Where's another good one? I got an Lions one. I bought it when they were 0-16. Got an old Texans one when they were really bad.
Bills are on the come.
So are you and Dylan Toddfield swapping.
Yeah, he's DTF just like me. Sam bailed on the Steelers. He's very disappointed after that melee.
Really? I like how that's the reason that you bail. That's so funny.
Not a lot of diversity on that panel.
Whatever. I believe meritocracy, Big Rye. If the best are Tirico, Harrison, and Dungy, then that's the best. I'm down with that. I feel Tony Dungy's a tough guy, man. That Sun thing too, it's tough. I kind of felt bad for Dungy too when the Bucks won the Super Bowl. He built that team. Are you laughing at my fake empathy?
No, I'm just laughing at Mickey Hill laughing.
There you go. I like Tirico too. You know what I missed? Remember Stuart Scott? I like when he hosted Stump the Schwab. I loved that show. I really did.
I didn't realize he was the host.
Yeah, he was. Which was totally fitting. Yeah. You should read like some of the stories about Andy Reid's house. Like apparently it was just like filled with prescription drugs among other things. He had like he had a very difficult house life, let's see. In-game total 32.5. Interesting.
So second half line's 22.5.
Yeah. I don't have an inkling one way or another, but if you had to bet, gun to my head, I'd say the under. McCaffrey set some record I just saw today. That guy has been on fuego.
He gets lots of touches in that offense.
Yeah, he plays more snaps than anybody. Yeah, absolutely.
ATL on fire again. Sam's saying both teams want to run the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's supposed to be some halftime performance or some garbage like that.
Usually you're thinking of Monday Night Football.
Sorry, I don't know.
What are your thoughts on the Falcons? John Stacey's saying they're on fire.
Well, like I said, I think they're somehow they're playing average overall, even though they have they've had really horrible and really great performances, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but somehow it's like kind of evening out, if that makes any sense. So, I think there's going to be value betting against them going forward. At least this next week too. Which, I mean, that being said, let's take a look. I hope they're not on a bye. I don't want to wreck it. I haven't looked ahead too hard.
I've got all the games up here. The Falcons play at home to Tampa Bay.
Oh, that's a home run. That's a great matchup.
Sam's saying let's all grab Atlanta plus 14 and second half under parlay. You're talking about NBA? Loving Chicago over 9.5 game total.
In-game total. Yeah, I can see that. That would make sense to me. Hold on. The Atlanta Bucks line, let's see that.
I lost my last college play, so it was a 5-unit loss day.
Atlanta, you can get at 4.5-point favorites. That's at Westgate, though. What are they at Pinnacle?
4.
Pinnacle, they're 4. I still like that. Tampa plus 4 on the road in Atlanta. That seems more reasonable to me. A lot of Neil Patrick Harris plugs here. Who knew Doogie Howser would be such an adult star as well? You ever watch Doogie Howser when you were a kid?
Never.
Right. You had a Turbo Graphics. You didn't need it.
Turbo Graphics was awesome.
No. You're like the only one I know. That stuff's worth serious money, eh? Some of those games. Have you ever looked?
Yeah, it's not that much.
I thought it was.
Because of emulators now, the value's gone down.
I thought the value would go up because of like the nostalgia factor.
Not really. It's pretty low. There's a few games. Like, it just depends on the rarity of the game.
He was funny in How I Met Your Mother. I never watched the show. I haven't had TV, like cable, in years. I'm just such a hermit. Like, never get around to it though. But I do like, sometimes I talk to normal people and I try and gauge stuff, and that one does come up a lot. So
my rule is that if it has a laugh track, I'm gonna watch it.
Dude, Seinfeld is the best show ever, and it had a laugh track. So I don't even want to hear that kind of shit.
Yeah, you got me there.
I like how somehow you don't like Seinfeld. It doesn't even make sense to me.
That show was funny.
You're being so passive-aggressive liar.
David Seinfeld.
David Seinfeld? There is a... No, hold on. I think there was a David Seinfeld. I think he was on Oz. I'm not even joking, and he died. Oh, no. It's Evan Seinfeld. That's who it was, the guy on Oz that died. Oh, he's still around.
I watched accidentally once and laughed for 30 minutes straight and was hooked. Yeah, that'll get you every time.
And he was married to Tara Patrick. All right.
Who?
Evan Seinfeld. He was in Oz.
No, but who's that? Who's Tara Patrick?
He's a porn star.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I did know that. Thank you, youth.
Fat guy looking like a pinup girl with that curly Sue Superman spit curl. Looking like Squiggy.
I got some serious hair going on right now. I feel like when you slick it back, I got that like gross Robert De Niro and Cape Fear haircut, the Max Cady haircut.
Pull it up.
Yeah, that's my hair looks like if I slick it back. Absolutely,
Totally.
if only he didn't look exactly like my old man. Creepy. This is what he looked like. Gross.
I'm not laughing at that.
You're a bundle of fun here. You should see this guy. He's got thermal socks on. It's like boiling hot in this room. He's got circulation problems or something. We're about to kick off though. Rams up 10-0 and to receive the ball. Do you think JoJo and JoJo Natson are related?
All their lives.
Is that one of her songs? I don't know. I gotta be honest here, Michelle Tafoya. Can we just get younger at the position? I know I get happy with Aaron Andrews.
You were a big fan of Melanie Collins today.
I'm sorry, Melanie Collins isn't exactly a dime piece, but come on, Michelle Tafoya, Tracy Wolfson, Pam Oliver. We can do better. I would hope. You know, yes, I get that. That's very.
No one told
Very
me life
sexist,
is going to be
but
this
I
way.
can't help myself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They don't even have to be good looking, just younger. Add some sort of youthful injection. Make it an ex-player even. How about that? Put Sergio Dip back on the air. No, I haven't seen Laura Rutledge. That will be my next Google search, though.
Amen to that soapbox.
Yeah, that's a win, Mickey Hill. That's a clear win, Laura Rutledge. That is a clear win. Yes, that is a yes. Like I don't know why we like this is such an issue. Like how do these women or anybody like how are they able to negotiate such awesome contracts like where they can threaten to sue? It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy. You should be able to fire anyone at any time for most reasons. Okay, we're gonna got a third and short here.
You know who should be a sideline reporter is Sam Rosen.
I'm fine with Sam Rosen. I mean, in a limited capacity. I just want to get these. I want to get the old ones off. I got to be honest.
How about Sergio Dip?
Yeah, the NHL has. You should see the one for Florida. The Panthers?
I think the LA Kings too.
Oh, it might be the same one, dude. I'm not even joking. Like she switched. I forget what her name is. She's a tall and blonde. It's unbelievable. A little bit short here for the Rams on a girly carry. It's going to be fourth and short.
I like when they had Andy Petrillo on CBC.
It's Aaron Andrews or bust for me. Or literally Aaron Andrews or bust for me. Nice tackle by Roquan Smith shooting the gap. The allegory of football terms is hilarious. 19 of 25 Ram plays there have been runs, according to Al Michaels. That's fantastic. They're about, I'd say, less than a half yard. One football at length short. You know, and I think too, what if they use like that's like an untapped market. What if they started using, like, I guess, Instagram famous people that are good looking to be the on-field reporters, and then part of the deal is they have to, you know, message out to their followers or whatever. Free beer and hot wings radio show called Sounds of the Game. Yes. I've looked her up before, Michael. I agree. Shit. Free beer and hot wings radio show. Oh my god, this looks funny already. Which computer company launched its PowerBook series in 1991? A blog. Denver to pay $300,000 to pilot wrongfully arrested for being naked in hotel room. It's fantastic already. Yeah, probably anything good, it'll get copyright strike. Guys, I think this is the day that I take him out. I got to be real. And I don't want to call my shot on YouTube, but I think this is it. The Richard Spencer haircut, the sloth haircut, the laughing, the Google glasses. I don't know if I can take it anymore. I'm just gonna get one of those big freezer Ziploc bags and just take care of them. How many commercials? I swear, Sunday Night Football, unbelievable.
I'm interested in seeing the big cuts for This Is Us for the next week.
Yeah.
I always thought she died in A Walk to Remember.
I think she did die in A Walk to Remember. That's probably like one of the few movies you actually watched. Can we just get this game on? It's already moving slow as is.
That's going to be the name of us if we ever finish the deed.
Jeez, this guy is unbelievable. Sounds like it was taking all the sexual connotations commentary the weekend's game on a 2-minute long segment. That would have been fantastic.
That's really good. That's really, really good. That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but
it's
it's worth it.
a lot of work.
Oh, there's a show on there that does overdubbing on YouTube. I forget what it is, and it's really funny too. It overdubs like old freeware movies. Oh, it's so funny. I think it's a Red Letter Media thing. 17-10 is perfect score, Jason. I agree. We got a first down for the Bears. Let's start. What a play. They're just showing a Jalen Ramsey highlight, and Robinson made the catch and he punched it out. They did give up a lot for Ramsey. 2 firsts and a fourth. No, they didn't, Glock. We lost on that one.
What's going on, OG? How you doing tonight?
I want to kick it tonight.
One of the best music videos of all time.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I find it interesting that they wear like earrings and stuff underneath their helmet. Wouldn't that hurt?
Not a smart idea.
Bears driving, 2nd and 1 here. From the opposing 41-yard line, 43-yard line. First down, David Montgomery. It's 10-0 for the Rams. Bears are driving, though. How many women do you think were about to tune in, then seen the thumbnail and got sad? I don't know. Big Rye was gambling with our viewership a little bit.
I think it's more than I could count.
Why? I never even get passes like that. That should be a good matchup, though. Littleton on Cohen. Like...
John Stacey, it was a trick to not get our moms to watch this week.
Yeah. It was pretty fortunate, Glock, I would say. Nice run. Great job putting his head down, Tariq Cohen. So the Bears are driving. They're getting closer in the red zone. Second and 10 for the Bears.
The default 0-yard out. Yeah. It's just so lackluster watching this offense play right now.
Yeah, not quite in the red zone. I'm mistaken. 29-yard line. Cordero Patterson in the backfield. Lots of protection. He's got it. He's got it. Taylor Gabriel, first down. Definitely in the red zone now. I just realized for fantasy purposes, I need the Bears to get a touchdown here. I'm playing the Rams D and I'm down narrowly. David Johnson didn't get a carry. That hurt me.
Sucks.
Yeah, I'm really upset about it. Lost a lot of money today. One short on the damn parlay again. This seems to be the common theme here. We tell everyone this week, every week, just bet the single games. Then if you're only short one, then you should be doing really well if you bet them all single. I knew I wasn't gonna have to marry a woman. Hope you are taking 4.5 points on the road against the best team in the league. Boy, do we have egg on our face, Dylan.
Dylan's on Fuego this week. Winning week.
Yeah, Dylan's got a winning week for once. I had to start him, Jason. All my other players are on bye. Oh, fantastic, Dylan Toddfield. I got to be honest, his picks of the week are like flawless. Because we made a bet. He was going to, what is my record? You bring it up, Big Rye?
You could have started Joe Mixon and had DJ Shark as your flex.
Yeah, that's the only way, and I would have crushed if I did that. Or I could have just started him over Odell Beckham. What a goof. You going to pull it up there?
You want to know Dylan's record this week?
Yes. All right. Ike Sox is TD, so we're a little bit behind, so I'm hoping that that's true.
Dylan's 7-5.
Wow.
Tariq Cohen
What touchdown. A touchdown. What a touchdown. Yeah, right. Yeah, I know, Mickey. I know.
Dylan's tied for 21st this week. 7-5.
Hey, better than us.
And then overall, Dylan's 76, 83-1. So it depends if you count the battle or the war.
It's not against the Saints. I don't bet against anyone, Dylan. You know, I bet the number, pal. I bet the number. Hey, I bet the Saints, 4 weeks in a row, and I got 4 covers with Teddy Bridgewater. Nice.
Dylan, to make it even better, I even bet the Bucks today at only 5 points.
More on fake Bucks. Yeah. That's how it works. Put some respect on my team. Yeah. Dylan, I bet numbers. I don't bet teams. I think you know that. I think the line favored the Bucks. I still do. You know me, and I like taking big points, but I don't like laying points. I don't like it. See, like the Atlanta game. Can we agree that maybe that was too many points? What was it, 13? Atlanta won outright. You still do? Yeah, I don't like laying points. I mean, I'm down. I don't think the Saints are a bad team. I think they're top 4, I would say. I'm just not going to lay a whole bunch of points. I bet the number, Dylan. It's always the number. I know you take it personally, and we enjoy that you do because it keeps our rivalry alive. The Saints will win by 20 on Thanksgiving against them. They could, but if the spread's 20, I'm going to be 19. I'm going to be taking the opponents. I'll tell you that much.
I think that the fat guy and Dylan should throw something on the Saints minus 20.
Wow. Okay. All right, Dylan. All right. Big Rye setting up a wager here. What are we going to do? So I'm going to get. I think on Thanksgiving they're playing what the Falcons.
Dylan Clark has the Falcons winning out and making the wild card as his bold prediction.
Dylan, let's make a wager here. What do we got to do? No. You said win by 20 then. So how about this? I'll give you 17.5 then. You only have to lay 17.5. I'll take plus 17.5.
According to John Stacey, Atlanta's going to mop the floor.
The Mercedes-Benz Stadium floor
with the Saints on Thanksgiving night.
I know you have been, Dylan. So we're going to have to... We got to come up with a wager here. What do I have to do? Oh, I'll tell you what. If they win by more than 17.5, I'll shave my beard and my head. I'll do it. You got to put something up just as good, okay? For me to do that, though. It's got to be a yin-yang. I'm not just throwing it out there. I'm not taking...
That means the next week I'm going to be filming the show with Charlie Villanueva.
You got to put something up for that, Dylan, though. And it's got to be something acceptable. See, we can't wager money, Dylan. So we're gonna have to do something.
Philip Rivers needs to learn from Dylan Toddfield's pullout game. I gotta get back to Snapchat. I'll be back in a half hour. We can talk.
Wow, what? When the chips are down, Dylan. I'm LOL on Snapchat exactly.
17.5 points. Like, you're giving him a deal there.
He said 20. I'm spotting him 2.5, and I have to shave my beard and my head. Okay, and I'll sweeten it. I'll even put a slit in one of my eyebrows.
the CDB special.
Yeah. I'm gonna look like a scallop. All right, Dylan, you take your time, pal. But I want to see something.
I think if the Saints cover, Dylan, if they don't cover, Dylan should get a tattoo.
Oh, Dylan has to get a tattoo. He has to get the logo of Big Ryan, the fat guy.
I think a BRFG tattoo would be fitting. That's the equivalent of fat guy shaving his head and his beard.
Dude, that's terrible. I've been growing this locks for a long time. I would look terrible with a shaved head.
I want to know what Dylan's trick is to get lighting in those dick shots for Snap.
I'll do it on camera too. I'll shave my head on camera. We'll say it's for cancer or something. I don't know. And I'm actually more nervous. You could say a reasonable amount of money. I'd be like, whatever. But shaving my beard and my...
If we had a channel just dedicated to shaving chicks' heads...
Big Ryan the Fat Guy tramp stamp. That would be the funniest shit in the world.
Ooh. I could design a couple logos. Couple mock-ups, as they would say.
Yeah, we can email it to a tattoo parlor of his choice.
I think Dylan would fly Dylan out here for the fat guy to give him the tattoo.
Have you seen my printing?
It's good. It's like Chinese letters.
Dude, I can't write, man.
Listen, he still might be here.
Well, whatever.
You're an artist.
Yeah, I'm an artist. He'd have to overlay his butterfly. This chat is hilarious, dude. It's so good. Almost a good punt from Hecker.
This is one of the rare weeks where Dylan finished on top of his daddy.
Yeah, Dylan did finish on top of his daddy. This is so funny. It's brewing. It is brewing. If he doesn't accept, I'm going to challenge him in the video. I will challenge him in the video. That way thousands will see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for the show, right, guys? It's good for the show.
Yeah.
Because he makes bold proclamations all the time. I just want to call him out on it.
What we really missed out on was getting Dylan's Snapchat.
How does Snapchat work, though? Isn't it, wouldn't you need like his phone number or something?
You just need a username. You could add him.
That's how that's how lame I am. It's unbelievable. Do you have it?
Technically, yes. I'd have to download the app, though.
Why am I such a laggard, though? It's amazingly like...
Well, you have no use for Snapchat. What are you going to snap?
Nothing. One of those younger girls told me, like, it's how guys get nudes from women. I'm like, ew, gross. They just burst out of there.
It's fitting.
I just thought, like, what happened to doing it the old-fashioned way? Why send nudes? Why not just get going for the kill?
There you go.
Lay down with a lady. What's wrong with that?
Very LaRue.
What's that?
Nothing.
Guys, I'm really going to put a freezer bag over his head today, I think. I went dark with that. But we got to keep the serial killer vibe going.
That's true.
You know, you shaved a bit too much to be Gary Ridgway.
What do you call it when a serial killer kills another serial killer?
I don't know. When two drag queens do it, it's called kai kai. I know that much.
Really?
Yeah.
When they kill each other?
No. No, I think they call it the plot for the movie Cruisin' with Al Pacino. Oh, wow. Taylor Rapp looked like he headshotted Cohen inadvertently. Cohen bounces right back up. Donald's off the field for whatever reason. Epstein isn't dead? No, I'm sure he isn't. I hope that meme doesn't die. I really do.
You know what would have been a good TV show? Win Epstein's money.
That's not bad.
I think it's time Nagy gets rid of that BU quote on his
Third one for the Bears here.
On his play sheet. I think he needs to be someone else for the second half of this season.
Yeah. I can't stand plays like that. I can't stand. I hate to give John Madden a nod, but they did a pistol option run, and he always says it. He goes, "Football, the quickest way to get to the goal line is north and south, not east and west." And this is a prime example of that. He's not wrong. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that was so bad.
Anytime you want to draw a defender by running away from him, it's always a good idea.
Yeah, but nice play by Cordarrelle Patterson on this coverage. O'Donnell for the third time is going to be hit. Oh, it's holding against the Bears.
Yeah, John, that was an ugly option play.
Why do you just run? I don't understand how you have to get a yard. Can you get a yard? If you can't get a yard, then you shouldn't win anyways. $10-7 for the 10-7 for the Rams, and Patterson very animated after making a tackle here. Cordarrelle's one of the better special team players in the league. And there we go.
Cancels out?
Nope. 2 penalties on the kicking team, and of course they're going to take the bigger one, which is unsportsmanlike conduct by Cordarrelle Patterson for taking off his helmet and jawing. Just lack of discipline. I always like to blame the coaching staff for that kind of thing because, clearly he doesn't know what's wrong and right. Yeah, the ref has 0 lips. John Hussey? Yeah.
There's probably a Snapchat filter for that.
That's so funny. Oh, everything said in this chat was funny. I think I put up a reasonable amount. I'm going to shave my beard and my hair. The league figured out McVay's 11 personnel packages. Yeah. But the thing is, though, I was annoyed. Excuse me. I was annoyed in the Super Bowl. When we did our video on it. I'm like, I just want him to see him take chances. Like Doug Peterson, he coached like a near perfect game when the Eagles beat the Patriots. He took the risks needed to win the game. And if they didn't work out, no problem. Sorry, John Stacey, sleep on the old tum for a week.
The tum-tum.
I think I made a joke about that at the start of last week's video. We're going to play the Who Sleeps on This Tummy for a Week game or whatever.
Thoughts on Kaepernick?
To be honest,
he's just not good enough to be in the league.
I'd say he is now. Like he always was. Not as a starter though, but first of all, he asked for starters money. He got a contract offer from the Seahawks. He did. And then he turned it down. He said he wanted starters money, which is ridiculous. Sideshow is definitely the way of putting it, especially with his haircut, Sideshow Bob haircut. He's a distraction. And the other thing too is I don't want to call it poisoning, but if he starts making the other team focus less on football, on oppression or whatever they're into, then it's just going to hurt the team going forward. His numbers on San Francisco were good, but they were garbage time. They went 2-14, right? Like, I mean, he's fine as a player, but it's not worth everything. Yeah, he should go to the XFL. That'd be a good storyline for the XFL. I hope he does well there, but I don't know. I just think a lot of what he does is disingenuous. Get a huge payout from Nike. I feel like, too, that kneeling thing, he was getting $16 million that year, was a good way of him not getting cut by the team for bad optics. I feel like some agent came up with that plan. I don't think he's a starter in the NFL, though. I don't. Backup, absolutely, but then you have to carry all that baggage. And if that were the case, why wouldn't you have a variety of other problem cases on, like, even Johnny Manziel? He's better than Johnny Manziel, but I'm just speaking of people that just aren't good for locker rooms, and he's one of them. Antonio Brown can't get on the field. Okay, like that. Those things run deep. Josh Reynolds with a nice first down here.
Also, when guys spend that long away from the league, they fall behind real fast.
That's true, too.
There's 60, 70 other quarterbacks that are training and playing every day trying to get better. Kaepernick's at home. I don't care what workouts, what he's doing. It's just not the same.
I agree. Kyle Fuller with almost a crazy good interception. If that was a tight spiral, that would have been. (10-7) here. Rams 2nd and 10 at midfield.
Look for a run to the left. Oh, play action.
Play action. What a bullet, just missing Josh Reynolds. Goff is a bust. I don't think that's fair to say. I don't know. Maybe I actually think he's like the 10th best quarterback. They went to the Super Bowl too, Jason. I don't know about that. You can argue it's not because of him. That's fair, but I mean, I can't sign off on that one.
I kind of put him in the Wentz territory where it's like he had a really good like MVP caliber season, but then otherwise it's been ho-hum for his other parts of his career.
I prefer Wentz to him slightly. He ain't worth it. Very few of them are, Mickey, but that's what the market commands, though. They're just rare, you know? I don't like the idea of paying him, Dak, Kirk Cousins, even though I think Dak's the best out of all of them. Hector's got a little French tickler mustache.
I like that 4-year-old picture of Al Michaels they decided to use.
Yeah.
Anytime you go upside a man's head,
Or woman.
The womb broom. I think he's referring to Hector's mustache. That's pretty good, Mickey. Goff has weapons, Dak has weapons. What does Wentz have?
Wentz has a good O-line. That should be enough.
Yeah, 2 good tight ends.
Two great tight ends. I don't know how much better the Cowboys receiving core is than the Eagles. I get the Eagles are banged up and stuff, but I mean if you add Jackson and Alshon Jeffrey. I get it.
Jackson Jeffrey and Nelson Aguilar is actually a nice trio of receivers.
Trio. Wow, Donald is getting into immense pressure. And then the other thing too, but part of it's too, Jason. I undervalue receiver. It's just I find it to be an interchangeable position. I don't love it. It's whatever to me. Just because I find they don't add a lot of win probability, I don't think.
Well, Cleveland's the best example.
Yeah, Cleveland spends $40 million on 2 receivers, or their whole receivers, 36 on 2, and look what you're getting out of it. Just very little. Because they're not gonna if Beckham played or Rashard Higgins, would I really care? No. They're gonna have to punt the ball here as the Bears are.
Jackson and
I know.
Out today.
Cooper, Gallup, Zeke. Yeah, I get it. Don't worry, I know he's on the Cowboys crew.
I forgot, so thanks for the update. There's not that much difference between the skill groups on both those teams. Both of those offenses are designed very, very similarly.
Yeah, Wentz has Ertz, absolutely. I actually think Ertz is more valuable than any of those other players, oddly enough. Tight end is makes an impact on almost every play. It really does. So yeah, I don't know. It just does it for me a little bit more as far as win probability added goes. We're gonna get a little bit of a.
Well, the Eagles definitely put more stock into tight end than the Cowboys.
They do. Howie Roseman does.
And it was so bad for the Cowboys they had to bring Wooden out of retirement.
Yes. Even interesting call whether JoJo Natson made an invalid
So they said he didn't get his hand up?
Oh yeah, it would be nice, Jason. I would agree, but he does have the benefit of a good offensive line, and it's not easy. Because you got to think about, you only have so much. You have a finite amount of resources and where to put it. And I think the Eagles have done a good job in keeping their skill position costs down, right? Because I just think it's a bad way of putting. It does make it harder for your quarterback, but I'm okay with that. I really am.
Well, Dak's just played better than Wentz this year.
Dak has played better than Wentz, yeah. I get that he does have more options, and the running game stabilizes things a little bit better, but I mean, it's not bad. The roster of the Cowboys is a little bit stronger than the Eagles as a whole, but
Would you say there's any skill position group that's holding back a quarterback?
Well, you could make the case for Wentz, but then even think of
I don't think there's one skill position group that's holding back a quarterback. John Stacy says, wide receivers don't matter when you can get them the ball. Contrary, being a quarterback that can get it to anyone like Aaron Rodgers. Not that I like him, but he seems to make no-name receivers look good.
Yeah.
Jason said he's just a bit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're looking for reasons. You're looking for answers, and that's it. It's natural to spitball. It's just how I would do things, right? I can only speak for what we've found to make sense from a math standpoint, right? And whether it does or not, that's two different things too, because nothing we do is infallible. I just find the resources you have to dedicate to receivers is, yeah, you know what I mean. I'd much rather put stock in protection, which is I think what John Stacy was alluding to.
Makey says Dak is a commander.
Yeah, it certainly is.
The other thing too is Wentz played. The Eagles played the Patriots today, who maybe had the best defense in a while, especially the secondary. So those receivers are going to look bad. They're going to put up poor numbers in that game. But most teams are putting up bad numbers against the Patriots this year.
Well, all teams, really, except the Ravens.
Yeah, and the Ravens are doing it with a completely different style.
The Ravens are getting 200 yards rushing a game on everybody. So that'll break everything open.
And the Eagles had success at the start of the game running the ball, and they got away from it.
I don't know. Big Ryan and I always think the focus should be just if you have a power run team, everything just makes everything easier. Yeah. Well, I mean, Aguilar didn't exactly have a great game.
Wentz is good at just the Eagles receivers can't catch it cold. It's true. They have been inconsistent, but I wouldn't say they're bad at all. Just a tough game against the Patriots.
Yeah.
Finally, we get to see some of these guys in a mob movie. They can play Cubans, they can play Irishmen, they can play Italians.
Sorry, they had a commercial for the Irishman on Netflix, and Big Rye's making fun of the typecasting of those.
I can't
actors.
take Pesci seriously as a mobster because he's really an NBA player.
Big Rye is mentioning a scene from the movie The Super. If anyone else has unfortunately seen it,
Joe Pesci in basketball. That's
he
a
dunks in it.
punch.
That's the best part. All right, 2nd and 10 at their own 31-yard line in the fourth quarter. Carry to Gurley. Boom! Taking down behind the line.
that's a nice tackle by Nick Kwiatkowski. Ugh. Holy Mac on that play. But what a throw and catch that's dropped.
Thomas.
Michael Thomas.
Not to be mistaken with the other Michael Thomas.
The UCF Michael Thomas. Yes, I have, Jason. I certainly have seen Two for the Money. I would call that movie wildly inaccurate, but I mean it's a Hollywood story, so what do you?
What's Two for the Money about, fat guy?
Two for the Money is a sports betting show based on two touts played by Al Pacino and Matthew McConaughey. And pretty much the whole business is smoke and mirrors, as most tout shops are, so that part is accurate. And they offer a free Super Bowl bet
that they will pay any losses if anyone incurs them on it, and that's the end of the movie, and that's where the climax happens on that premise. It's pretty hokey, though. I gotta be honest. It's a movie, though. Like, you know what I mean. You take it is for what it is. Sports betting is boring. It's guys behind a computer, so I understand how you can't. You're really hampered on how you can romanticize it. I know. I'm sorry, Jason Finley. Yeah.
When did Two for the Money come out?
I'm gonna say 2006. That would be my guess. Rene Russo's in that movie as well, and Jeremy Piven.
That guy always makes me think of U2, the band.
What about U2? Remember 90s hurt? Who's 90?
Michael Brockers.
Yikes. 05. I was close. That was a good guess. I'm trying to think what's actually a good gambling movie. Now that I think about it, I try and watch all of them. Oh, Mississippi Grind is a good one. It shows like the sickness a bit around gambling, so that's a good one. That's Mississippi Grind's an indie film, but I really liked it. Part of it because it's like it's almost like the last Riverboat Gambling like it's kind of embodies like a new age riverboat gambling type trip. I was living that movie back then. Yeah, Rounders. I like Rounders a movie. The poker in Rounders doesn't make any sense, like from a strategy standpoint. But that's like me nitpicking. It's actually a good movie with good actors, and I do watch it from time to time. And John Malkovich's Russian accent is hilariously bad. So it's, but he's such a great actor, so you kind of just let it go. So yeah.
Dylan Clark likes 21.
I got raked over the coals back then. Yeah. 21 is a good movie. Yeah, they dramatize that a little bit as well, but I mean, it's interesting part. Like they give you without being overbearing, they give you a window into card counting. What's another one I like? Cincinnati Kid. I actually like that movie with Steve McQueen and Edward G. Robinson. Oh, The Killing of a Chinese Bookie. I love that movie. The new Gambler, I don't care for, Jason Finley. The old one with James Caan, I did. Killing of a Chinese Bookie, it's not really about gambling, but there is gambling in it, and I really like that movie. Who is that? Ben Gazzara? That's an old one though. Late 70s, I think. Oh, that's a good one. That also shows the sickness. Pay that man his money. Mickey, all the time, if we're at a house game, that gets said, I'm going to say at least 5 or 6 times. Especially if someone's leaving and they have to pay their tab, you know what I mean? Or they're cashing out, right? Killing the Chinese Bookie is now my favorite now I think about it. It's very artsy, though, and it's old. And there's a lot of strippers in it for whatever reason. Well, the guy owns a strip club, so. And Margaret, Cincinnati Kid, absolutely.
Why don't they just do like a prison lesbian movie with all hot chicks?
Because it wouldn't be accurate. Let's go Bears. Right on, Tim.
Well, neither is This Is Us. That fat chick gets buried.
Who else is in? Carl Malden is in Cincinnati Kid, too. I think that's my extent of my knowledge on that movie. I've only seen it once.
What's going on,
Tim?
Tim?
It was 2 years ago, so it was fresh in my mind. Here we go. 10-7 for the Rams. The Bears have the ball. Bears running 61 plays to the Rams 36. 3rd and 4 in the fourth quarter. 13.5 minutes to go from the Bears' own 25-yard line. Oh, this is a sack. Oh, and Donald just nailed his own guy. Oh, 58 might be hurt here. We got a flag coming in. Mickey. That's exactly right. That's another line that gets said at every house game. Wow, holding defense. That's gonna flip things for keep the Bears drive alive.
Caged heat better than canned heat?
Caged heat. I don't know that one.
I don't either.
I always like suggestions here.
Jason needs a Rams score sometime today.
Oh. It was written and directed by Jonathan Demme. What? Cage Heat is about women in prison. 1974. What? Okay, you don't understand the Jonathan Demme thing. Jonathan Demme directed Silence of the Lambs. Wow. Heat is a grace. Heat's in my top 5, I'll be honest, Jason. Heat is in my top 5 for sure. I think they're on the ropes here, the defense a little bit, the Rams.
Well, fatigue's going to start being an issue in this fourth quarter with how many snaps they've been on the field.
I hate that play call. Why is he rolling out to the wrong side, right? It was so telegraphed, that pass. That was terrible. BU, I hate that. I hate he makes it big enough so that you have to see. There's a guy like old Wade Phillips. It's like an old prospector. Him and Dick LeBeau, those are my favorites as far as D coordinators go. Would you consider Rain Man a gambling movie? It's hard to say. Every movie that we kind of mention, like I said, Killing of a Chinese Bookie, isn't really about gambling. There are gambling aspects in it, no doubt, but Rain Man falls in that category too. There isn't too much. I mean, I guess The Hustler. The Hustler is a gambling movie. Casino is fantastic. I don't like Casino. Is my father? My father is Ace Rothstein. That's who I grew up with. And all my uncles are like that, and that's just what they look like. Being Greek, it's a very lateral movement to Italian. So I have a very personal attachment to that movie. Die Hard is a Christmas movie, absolutely. Well, the Bears have to punt, so at the 21-yard line, the Rams are going to take over in the fourth quarter, up 10-7. It is most certainly a Christmas movie. It'll be on during Christmas. I will watch it during Christmas. I want to know what happens on Nakatomi Plaza. I really do. Lock on two smoking barrels. Technically, again, yeah, it falls in the same gambling type aspect. Absolutely. That's a good one. That's a great, excellent one that I would have foregone. The Hustler and The Color of Money you could throw in there. I quite like The Hustler. Color of Money I thought isn't that good, but it's a Scorsese and people seem to like it, so is what it is. 11:23 left. Rams on their own 21-yard line, 1st and 10. Play action. Boom, man. Cup MVP-like catch. Flag. Holding on the Rams, only making it tougher. Whitworth, too, a rare one. A rare one. I mean, if you really wanted to be crude, you could say The Deer Hunter was a gambling movie. A little crude, though. That would be a good theme. We could go dressed as Robert De Niro and Christopher Walken, me and you, one day, do a stream.
Yeah.
Wear the red bandanas.
Viewers would enjoy that.
Yeah. I can promise you these guys have all seen The Deer Hunter. Yeah. Wall Street, the first one's okay. I saw the second one in theaters, and I thought it was the worst thing I had ever seen in my life. I couldn't even... I was shaking my head at how bad it was. Yeah, it is with your life. Russian roulette, Jason Finley. Absolutely. I've been reading about Vietnam. It's an interesting war. I don't have any connection to it. My grandfather was in the Second World War. I did a lot of reading about it when I was younger, but Vietnam's interesting. 2nd and 20 for the Rams here at their own 11.
These refs don't give a damn about the lines. Sure.
No, they don't.
Truth. William Hill was shut down all morning because they knew parlays would hit him hard. Most bookies here are William Hill.
Well, William Hill has a really bad reputation. I know that much. I don't know if they knew that they were going to get killed.
Look up LeBron in Rams locker room last year. He made Whitworth look like an 8th grader. It's interesting.
Of all players, Whitworth is huge. If LeBron's really that much bigger, that's creepy. Wow, nice pickup by the Rams. It's still 4th down, but that's a critical fumble recovery by 88. It's a fumble by Cup. Thomas. Whitworth is really that much smaller than LeBron. I would have thought they would have been really similar in size. Because Whitworth is technically supposed to be heavier, and he's supposed to be 3 inches shorter, 4. But yeah, I could see that. You never really know. It's kind of like a guy I know that I see often. He's been on a charter plane with Charles Barkley, and he showed me a picture next to him, and he was taller than Charles Barkley, and he's only 6'4", and I got 2 inches on this guy easy. So I guess by proxy I'm taller than Charles Barkley, but it's weird to think about. You know what I mean? Because everyone on TV looks huge. Rams are killing me right now. Absolutely. Absolutely, Jason. Hello, Zitvono. Hope dinner found you well.
Hey, Zid. The Rams are killing me right now.
What a punt by the Rams. The under's looking good. The under is looking good.
Zit, you missed a drop in from Dylan Toddfield. And
LeBron is 6'8", Whitworth is 6'7". Yeah, but it depends on Dylan. But listed heights are wrestling heights. Because I've met some famous people that are way shorter than me, and they're supposed to be huge, right? So
I'm listed as 6 feet.
Yeah, Big Rye was listed as 6 feet on a basketball program, and that I can promise you that's not accurate.
Chicago plus 6.5 looks good right now.
Yes. Oh, yes, it does. Game's not over, but it's looking good. Oh, we're split. This is definitely a split bet in the chat right now.
Yeah, let's see contest-wise where people were leaning. Yeah, 42% on the Bears, 57% on the Rams, and then 1% in the Abyss. Oh, Jason Finley, 6 feet too.
There you go. Yeah, sure. You're 6 feet. If Big Rye wore platforms, he'd get there.
I need big platforms.
It'd be pretty big platforms, yeah. The guy that goes to the bar for UFCs, that guy is massive.
Yep.
I'm under his chin. But there has to be an athleticism size thing. LeBron, if that's true, LeBron could play offensive line then. Even though you probably want him to play tight end or something. He could be a pass rusher, LeBron. LeBron's a crazy athlete. He could play any sport, really. Imagine LeBron on blocking field goals, long ones. Pretty good chance there. He'd be a great receiver. I mean, he'd have to he's not going to transition well. Like it's like anything, kind of like when you watch any of those athletes try and do that stuff. But
Macho Man transition just fine. Why couldn't LeBron?
I think he would. He's an exceptional talent, so I think he'd be okay. That's all right, John. Not us, but it did screw some other people. It gave Mickey Hill a push, though, so he's happy with that. Yes, it did, Tim. Dylan. Oh, that's so lame.
Clay Matthews looks so hesitant coming around the corner. I feel like he could have just laid out Trubisky.
That's because he's been flagged a billion times.
Think about how much rest this Tennessee Titan ball boy got this weekend.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my Big Rye.
Well, to be honest, it's just a little rest.
Little big rest. 3rd and 1 for the Bears. Hopefully they're not going to run an option here. Why didn't they just run in the eye?
Oh, Tim had a pretty large amount on +10 and ended up as a push. That's pretty lame, Tim. Good thing they took away that extra point.
Yeah.
It's an interesting change for games like that. Got to push so it's okay, but still annoying that it happened in the last 2 seconds. Especially tough since they were leading with 40 seconds left.
Did anyone just see what they just did? They just threw it on 3rd and 1 again. How many times do I have to gripe about this? If you can't get a yard, you don't deserve to win. Really just... Just disgusted. Talk about regression to the mean. Absolutely, Josh. This weekend.
What's going on, Josh? How many of these people who bet Arizona picked after the line move? Pretty much all of them.
Pretty much all of them, yeah.
But that's the benefit of being able to have a fixed line.
Let's go Rams. Yeah, you get your chance now, Jason. How much time is left though?
There's enough. There's still a good chunk of time left in this 4th quarter.
A lot of Dickerson jerseys in there. There's a Brian Piccolo jersey at the back. Wow.
7:42 left for the Rams.
That's enough to get a score here.
Both teams still have all 3 timeouts.
His name, Collingsworth is criticizing the Rams offense. I don't know if that's necessary. I mean, they only put 10 on the board, but it's had flashes of sustainability.
OT would be nice, Tim. I wouldn't mind a little bit extra this game. I know a lot of people are down, but this has been a 5-star entertainment game.
Oh, jeez.
Here comes the entertainment.
Touchdown Rams.
Josh Reynolds.
Flag down. Here we go, though.
Tim says, I'm thinking 6-point win for Rams. Josh Piper said, Bengals are good. Broncos good for you. Double-digit dogs. I'm a believer in that now. Jason Finley said, touchdown. DTF back in the building. Bucks lose by 17 at home against the Saints. Fat guy, I would still take the Bucks and the points. LOL. Dylan Clark score. ICSOC. Bad penalty, so it looks like this one's coming back.
It certainly did. It's on Andrew Whitworth.
It's exciting.
Unbelievable.
Who dat boy back in the building.
Well, Dylan, we did discuss a wager here. So, yes, I don't believe in results. I believe in decisions, Dylan, and I still would take the Bucks in this spot like I have. So, all of that being said, you said that they would win by 20, the Saints over the Falcons. I'll give you 17.5 points. Okay? So, you're laying 17.5. I'll get plus 17.5. If I lose, I will shave my beard. I will go right down, like close shave, and I will buzz my head. I'll shave all my hair off. If you lose, though, you should have to do something. We threw around the idea of a Big Ryan the Fat Guy tramp stamp tattoo, Dylan. Tim Hicks. That actually makes sense. Yeah, once William was down, I knew the Saints-Patriots would win. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a weird conspiracy way of looking at it, but that kind of makes sense. Because that's definitely that their worst result is the Saints and the Patriots to cover. Big hit by 99.
Aaron Lynch with that hit. Cue the music.
For Dylan Toddfield.
For DTF.
DTF.
The Rams are very disappointing this year. Tim says happens every year a few times.
You can
That's
get
interesting.
Oh, here we go. This is almost better for the Rams. Take all the time off too. You can get the Big Ryan the Fat Guy overlaid on your butterfly, Dylan. There you go, Dylan. I'm gonna call you out in the video too, Dylan, for a bet. You're gonna have no place to hide. There'll be 3,000 to 5,000 people listening to my wager offer.
Not after the thumbnail I create. It might be
we're gonna have to change the thumbnail.
Half the people might not watch the video next week.
You really know how to cut down on the audience, eh? Get to the nitty gritty.
I'm here for the diehards. I don't care about the rest of YouTube. Fat guy, do you have the Patriots beating the Cowboys at home?
Because it depends on the price, Dylan. Depends on the price.
Noah's asking if we can make it clear who we would pick in a pick'em.
Okay, Noah. The issue with the pick'em is it depends, Noah, it depends how many players are in your pick'em. That's why I don't give the pick'em advice, because if there's 25 guys, then you should really just pick pretty much all the favorites, unless it's close, right? Like within 3, or even if there's 100 guys, you're going to want to do that. Unless there's a home team that's popular that everyone likes, like the Seahawks around here, we definitely pick against them in our pick'ems that we do. If there's like 900 people in your pick'em, then you're going to want to take every dog that's 10 points or less to win outright. It's like a weird strategy thing. Wow! Malcolm Brown touchdown. LA Rams.
Jason's upset that they score so
Thank you,
fast.
Noah. Yeah, I'm not trying to be a downer on it, but there's like a whole strategy to it, Noah. And eventually we're going to like release the exact math on it, because there is a way of doing it. Because the thing is, think about it this way. Like say, maybe in this instance, what's a good one?
Well, no, let's be more clear. What do you need this for? Why would you want us to make pick'em picks? Like, is it for you to make bets on your own, or are you looking?
Do you have a pool that you're in? Like, yeah.
Trubisky time. This should be exciting.
Oh, and also too, is your pick'em pool like how does it pay out per week or is it pay out for the year? Yeah, when the pool is small, it's different. Absolutely. Yeah, and it depends on what the payouts are throughout the week. We can come up with a formula for that, Big Rye?
Yeah.
Wouldn't even be that hard.
Yeah.
Because we do a win probability against payout against yearly payout. Actually, it would be a little more difficult, but it would make sense.
Just brainstorming what would be the best way to do it.
Here we go. This is looking good for the Rams. I don't trust the Bears to, like, they're not built to come back in this capacity, right? This is bad for my Rams defense thing, though. It still says I have 99% to win.
Well, they need to score a touchdown. That's what they need.
Who?
The Rams defense for you to lose.
Yeah.
Unless they get like 3 sacks and an interception.
Dylan shows up and Shaq goes up to 15. He's a wrestling heel. Yeah. All right, what heel would Dylan be? Oh, I know it. Gold Dust.
No,
Dylan's Gold Dust.
I guess so. Gold Dust is pretty.
Gold Dust is exactly who
likable.
he is.
Bobby Joe Evans is maybe bigger than his son. Everything will be perfect if the Bears score a field goal here and the game's over. Well, they could do that. Strategy-wise, it does make sense.
Cordero's got a running start. This will be a flag on the Bears, I'm sure.
Jason smells a backdoor cover here because the Rams could have eaten more clock.
We can't have it all, Jason. They got a touchdown, so I mean, you don't get an easy run out. So in poker, they say when you're all in, they never make it easy, and this is one of those cases. They need Devin Hester. I mean, I don't think Corderell is much of a drop off from Devin Hester in his prime. Although Devin Hester was the greatest return person we've seen since we've been watching.
Chase Daniel into the game for this drive. This game just got really cute. That is the cute Chase Daniels. Adrian said, good pick. LA Rams, big money. If Nagy was smart, he'd kick the field goal when they get in range and then go for the onside or stop with the timeouts. John Stacy is correct.
Dude, Chase Daniel is in. Cute. Is that cute, Chase Daniel?
Cuter than. Who's cuter than Chase Daniels,
Nobody.
honestly?
5.5 stars.
Yeah. The entertainment value just went up big time.
You can tell who the fans are here. You can tell. Too good.
3rd and 1 for cute. They go with the run.
Why would you try and... First of all, why would you run with Cohen on a 3rd and 1?
Just because he's going to juke around.
No, you want to go straight up and down.
Wow, this is an intimate moment. I wish that was... If that was Chase, I would have been rock hard, but it's not, so... That was
it was a switch. It wasn't an injury. It was a switch, right?
That was a really bad decision by Chase Daniel to slide there.
Yeah.
But Nagy was consoling Trubisky. Flag on the play. Mitchell getting fired after the season. Nagy just said, "I'd like to play you, but you suck."
Yeah.
Fat guy sweating the 6.5 in the wagering sector. No, he's sweating because this room's like a hot box. The guy farted for 4 straight hours, and now we're there's environmental factors that are going into this.
Dude, John Hussey doesn't... He looks like he has a cleft palate. The referee. What's Ryan Pace writing down? That's what I'd like to know. Oh, no.
Donald with the sack. Bears are looking at a 4th down here after this 2-minute warning.
Jason Finley. Okay, I'm feeling better now. Go Rams. I bet fat guy smarts are really smelly. Yeah, they can be, yeah.
I'm dead inside, so it's fine.
What's up, boys? The Rams slide in the back door. Like Dylan Todd feel out a gangbang. They sure did.
Actually, a front door cover. This is a big play for the fat guy's fantasy.
If the sack happens or an interception, I lose fantasy.
I think just an interception or a fumble is going to lose it for you. Sacks 1 point, right?
Oh, sacks 1? Yeah.
Yeah, good point, Tim.
Watch out for shorts, Big Right. We did eat a lot of cheese pizza, so.
Yeah, I'm going to have to tie the bottom of your pants together.
Kenny Rispetti?
Yeah, that way you can't lose any.
Yeah, the tape. Tape my pants? I thought that was it.
Yeah. Chase Daniel with the overthrow on 4th down. It's a pretty bold move by Nagy to take out your starting quarterback with 2 minutes left on the...
For that. Well, unless that means they got to be going with Daniel next. They got to go chase Daniel next game. Then I would think.
You'd think.
I don't think Nagy's that good a coach, even though he's coached in the year last year. I really don't.
When we did bring up all the best coaches, no one said Nagy.
Good job, Todd Gurley. That's how you win games. Now you need to go right. I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion on it. I don't know if that's the right answer. You have to take KC Monday night, baby. Adrian Ryans. We like the Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers. In whatever points you can get with them.
Well,
right now
3.5
it's
or better.
Right now it's 4. Some places 4.5. Some places at 5.5. So Dylan thinks they should keep Nagy but get rid of Trubisky. It's tough. Just do you put more stock into his first year or second year? Because Nagy was lights out first year, very poor second year. So
Adrian
what
Ryan.
do you expect?
Well, because the market favors the most people are betting on the Chiefs, so that makes us naturally like the Chargers. Is just betting 101 for us at least, right? And our style of doing it at least.
The Chiefs will probably win that game 60% of the time, but right now they think it's about 65%.
Yes.
So you have about a 5% edge taking.
We're talking really
Chargers.
crude numbers here, though. Let's get a first down here, Gurley. He's going to get it. Yes!
They haven't taken the timeout yet. Once this thing gets under 120, the game's done. So that's it. That's the game.
Perfect.
Says it.
I win my fantasy somehow. Thank God.
Noah said Browns under 10.5 wins was the best bet of the year.
Oh, 10.5? You got 10.5 wins, Noah? Oh, I would have killed for that number. I got 9.5. That's what I got. Or I got 9. I got 9 even. I got to look at my phone.
Dylan Clark says, why is it better to bet the Chargers just because of where the money's at? I don't understand.
Okay, so think of it this way. We promote contrarian theory a lot. So the public bets on one side, and then the pros or the sharps bet on another. So what you want to do is the book cares mostly about taking a guaranteed commission. So they want 50% of the money on each side, but the volume always has a discrepancy. Well, not always, but the volume of betting generally has a discrepancy. So if the money is even, but one side has way more people betting on it, that means the people that are betting more money are generally the professionals, right? I mean, there could be some whales, but it's very, very unlikely. So you want to be on the side where the professional handicappers are. I mean, you could be a professional handicapper yourself, but it takes a lot of time, money, energy, and inside information. So that's stuff that's not really attainable for the smaller bettor. So we suggest kind of piggybacking, being the bird on the back of the alligator. And once you figure out where the smart money is going, you follow it. Doesn't mean you're going to win every time, no. But generally speaking, about 55% of the time, 54% of the time, you're going to be able to turn a profit, which long-term is really strong. So with a combination of strong bankroll management and savvy market plays, you are able to make positive returns betting on sports. It's not the funnest way to do it, but this is the best way that we've at least found to do it. And we have a contest for that very reason, to see if someone else is able to do something that's different than us, that's more successful, and we've yet to see it. It's long-run betting, absolutely. Most of the key contributors in this in this chat are very similar in how we do things as well. Like, for instance, Mickey Hill handicaps as well as contrarian bets, but he puts way more stock in his contrarian betting when he actually puts money on things on contrarian plays. Are there any sites that show total money without paying? No, not that I know of, Mickey. Not that I know of. Because that's invaluable information, right? So, I don't know. I wish, but I don't know of that. And the other thing too, I don't know the accuracy. The one thing that I'm finding interesting though is if our contest gets big enough, it's going to be able to we're going to be able to judge the market a little bit on our own, at least if it gets big enough, at some juncture, not this year, not next year, but at some point, and perhaps we can almost get realistic numbers from that standpoint.
Yeah, Adrian, we do bet the NBA.
Big Ride does. I haven't been an NBA bet in years.
The Jake, I updated the leaderboard. So it's a 2-person race for the t-shirt this week between Dak to the Future and Kenneth B. So if Kansas City covers, Dak to the Future is going to win this shirt. If not, Kenneth B and Dak to the Future will tie, which will come down to the over-under. Kenneth B has 48. Dak to the Future has 50. So Kenneth B has a huge advantage if the Chargers cover. And if it total goes over 50, we're going to have to flip a coin or spin the wheel as we like to do between Dak to the Future and Kenneth B.
Yeah, closest to without going over. Yeah,
so Kenneth has between 0 and 48. Dak to the Future has 49 and 50. And anything over 51 plus. And that's only if the Chargers cover. Otherwise, Dak to the Future wins.
No.
Kansas
That's
City
not
covers.
Makes sense. If it's 49 and if it's Chargers and 49, we have to flip a coin. If it's 50
closest to without going over. So 49 Kenneth B at 48.
Oh right, yeah. Right. Sorry.
It's okay.
I like how I made the rules. I don't even know how to apply them. What's the big
Who's in the running for name of the week? Kyle Chappelle asks. Well, let's take a look. We have
here, let me look on that. Booger Fingers, that was one that I liked.
Booger Finger.
There wasn't one, John Stacy. The Zip Phono one. He had it closest to without going over. Booger Fingers is one. Dylan Toddfield's daddy. That is it's an early favorite of mine. I've said that many times. Let me think here. I guess Fat Guy's Canadian accent. Roblow's Hot Tub. That's a good one. And Jewish Sex Learner is always a good one too. But that one's been used before. It'll get a mention though. I haven't mentioned him this. Yeah, so those would be them.
John Stacy, the tiebreakers, Price is Right rules.
Rusty Guy and the Skinny Fats. That's a good one too.
So it's closest to the total without going over.
Oh, okay. Never mind. There's one that I missed. Little helmet to helmet never hurt when you're DTF. I don't even know how to. These are so good.
Yeah, we should have known who's that.
We should have known who that was. Oh yeah. It just wasn't mentioned. Yeah. We kind of zipped through things a little bit on that one. We were kind of at the end of our rope that weekend.
Kyle's excited. He said his was the Rusty Guy and the Skinny Fats.
Yeah, that's in there. It's in the running, Kyle. I don't know if you're going to win. I know, helmet to helmet when you're TTF. I don't know. Dylan Toddfield's daddy is pretty good, though.
Kyle's votes for helmet.
Oh.
I think John Stacy might have won every week if we did a name one.
But John Stacy, it's named after him, so like, it's, you know what? Let's just call it the JS name of the week. Let's just brand it.
Yeah, the 715.
Is that what Wisconsin is?
I don't know. That's just what John Stacy's got at the end of his name.
Oh, okay. The JS 715. Yeah, we'll just do it that way. No, it doesn't, Mickey. You have to keep the same email though. That's the thing. If you use a different email, then it'll just reset because it'll still the way it. Big Rye, this is more of your question.
It doesn't mess it up. I've got it by email, so unless you change your email, you're good.
Yeah.
And whatever the first name you had. So week 1, if you put in your name as Mickey Hill, then that's what the overall leaderboard is going to show every other week.
The weekly one though will be whatever you use for that week.
Yeah. I wanted a music drop, but I'm pretty glad about the name of the week thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you started it, man. And then everyone took... Mickey Hill made a great name this week. Josh Jacobs had a great name this week. And then, I don't know, it's something everyone can get behind because maybe you might not win the picks. But, I mean, name of the week is pretty good,
We should do like a names of the week and do like a top 5 type thing. Or whatever the honorable mentions are, we can throw.
We're going to do another page, honorable mentions, and then we'll allude to the leader. Yeah, the name of the week is too good. We honestly, too, that was a pretty... What did we come up with it, like 5 minutes before we were going to do the show?
Yeah. Who's
Mickey this week? Do I reveal? He's Dylan Toddfield's daddy, and that's pretty good. Dylan Toddfield's got to be flattered. He gets a lot of airtime on this show.
Yep.
The JS715 name of the week. That's what we're going to call it. Oh, this name of the week brought to you by JS715. There you go. That's how you do it.
DTD.
Jeff Roblow's hot tub. Oh, so good. So good.
I'm hoping the only reason why Jeff didn't join the stream tonight was because he's picking up his hot tub.
I hope he's picking up that hot tub.
Across state lines.
Yeah, across state lines. 102. Shreveport, Louisiana. Oh, fuck. I love this stuff. It's so funny. I can't partake in the name game, so I need to root for my faves to win.
Well, if you put a name down, it's going to be me judging it?
Yeah, I don't like
What's
that.
fun in that?
What's fun in that?
It's lame.
What does GP stand for in the leader? Games played, so the amount of games that you've chose.
Some people get their picks in a little bit later, so you'll see a couple of 12s. I think Jewish Sex Learner didn't make his picks in time, but still went 4-0 for the week. So decent week for him. And looks like Raiders L fan just made their picks, even since last time I made the updates.
They're claiming Trubisky was injured. I call BS. I agree. I don't think he's injured at all. They're gonna they can play that all they want. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it one bit. I'm Lloyd Christmas from now on. Yeah, that will work. So you're saying there's a chance, Jason Finley?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Majority of people in the contest are on Kansas City tomorrow.
That makes sense. I understand that. I've had some good fantasy team names over the years, so have you.
Yeah. Any favorites come to mind for you?
I don't know. I like the one I've been rolling with lately.
Guy Kiss Party.
Guy Kiss Party 69.
Well, there's a little bit of background to that.
There is a background story.
I'll let you tell that as I do what you've been doing.
I need a way to keep my streak going. Yeah, you can get one tomorrow. I'm in this fantasy group with like a lot of, I'd say 45-ish year old guys, early 40s, and they're very like sensitive and stern, and they name their teams something like Raider Nation and San Francisco Dynasty, like very boring stuff. So I got invited to the league by a friend who knows nothing about football. So he's like, we got to come up with a name that will just bother them. So he decided on Guy Kiss Party 69, and then every time we'd win, and I've been in it 4 years, and the worst I've done is third, and I'm in first again. So this is going really well for me. So every time that
every time that we win, he makes a more suggestive photo until they get very, very graphic, and he posts them in the group chat. And we're the most hated team, but I love being a heel. It's a great time. So first place for Guy Kiss Party 69. Oh. That's half the fun of fantasy football, is trying to just make a rude name. This contest is great. Chris Conley's plant the seed. I see you now. I'm looking. How many guys have we got on this one? Ooh, there's a bunch. We've almost over 80 people. Wow, it's a good streak. Oh, it's only 8:30. I feel like I've been up forever though. Big Rise going to try on his Merkin that he bought on eBay. Well, I'm not as good as this one. I'm on my own. I would have thought I'd be fine, but geez. Hard to fill the dead air, eh? Yeah, this is going to be fun. Maybe we should do some music to Name of the Week now. We can always switch it up. We produce the show. We can make those choices. Who did Dylan? I bet you any money Dylan Toddfield took Kansas City. That is just an easy. Here we go. I'm looking it up. Yeah, he took KC. Of course he did. Oh, he's got a winning week. He took Oakland minus 10.5 too. Yeah, it was a. Yeah, Big Ryan and I are going to probably be pumping out a bit more content. Some of our situation has changed a little bit, so we're going to have a bit more time. So I'm kind of excited about that. So hopefully we're going to put out more. Like Big Ryan will even do some videos on his own, probably once or twice a week. So there'll be a little bit more content. Nothing's really going to top the pick video show that we all get into, but I mean, it's something. It's something. So that should be happening, say, within 2 weeks. So. Saving Matt Ryan. Yeah, that'll do. That falls in there. Wonder who his lock is for next week. Yeah, I don't know what he would do. Probably find like the favorite and pick it. I always pick some weird dog. I'm trying to see who I like. Him and I pick so similar though. He knows 95% of the time he'll know what I pick before I even show up. Just because we look at the same factors. And I kind of showed him the way, and then he got it. He took it in a different direction. Oh, this is tough. I don't even like next week. I think I know what my bet of the week is next week. Oh, tough. Yeah, it's tough. And they got smoked too, Chris Conley. It wasn't like a loss. It was a bad loss. So my bet of the week was Cincinnati, though, and I'm really happy they covered. 10.5 points. The Raiders, are they really not? Just too many points. Just is. Ooh, there's some top ugly lines. Like this one. Cleveland Browns, -9. It opened at -9. It's bet up to -11. Are you serious? What? I think I got it. I think I do have my bet of the week. All right, I figured it out. Finally nailed down a premise. This one feels good for me. Can't give it away just yet. Colin really regressing. I mean, but it's kind of natural to have some bad games. He really he had some excellent results, right? So I don't know. It seems natural for that type of thing to happen. This looks like a great game. Ravens at Rams. It's a pick'em right now. Oh no, pick'em. It opened at a pick'em. It moved to Ravens -3. Ooh, that's a good one. Huh. I'm going to do some line studying here in a few minutes. And the Bears line, this is so bizarre. Hold on. It says that it says that DraftKings New York has on Sports Insight has the Giants -7. That's got to be a mistake. I imagine I'll be on LAR. Yeah. 3 points. We'll see if the line moves by tomorrow, Mickey. I don't know if it will. Pick'em. I like the Ravens, but 3. If I can get 3.5, I'd be really happy. It's very interesting. Like I don't like talent wise. I can't imagine the Rams are that much. Miami +11, obvious pick, right? I mean, not very many people are putting their money on the Browns. I'm just gonna go with my old idiom. Even though the public's not backing the Browns, I'll just take the Dolphins. Like, can you really lay 11 points with the Cleveland Browns? Can you really? I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'd rather take the 11 and lose. I'm fine with that than take than lay the 11 and not cover, because that's just like one of those things that doesn't sit with me very well. It's like spotting people points in anything. Giving odds. I feel like I would get hustled if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Texans opened as 5.5, but that would have been a week ago. Moved down to 3.5 or 4, pending on where you got it against the Colts. Wade Phillips a hard deed. Yeah, I agree. Wade Phillips is one of my favorites. Him and Dick LeBeau. I like both those guys. They're very. I feel like defensive coordinators should be old, and offensive coordinators should be young. Offensive coordinators, they have the moxie and the brashness to try things that haven't really been done, but they are things that have been done, but just repackaged differently. Kind of like how the Rams are really just the run and shoot offense. You know what I mean? Like a little bit. But the old timers have seen, like, it's almost harder to do defense. You know what I mean? And they've seen a wide variety of things, so they can kind of go in their mental Rolodex, right? If that makes any sense. Whereas you can be less creative, right? Like, you're being reactive rather than proactive. So I don't know if any of that makes sense. It's a little bit of a handicapping thing, but I think in the decision making, it just makes sense. Younger offense, older defense. It makes sense to me, at least, anyways. So, like I said, LeBeau and Phillips. Those are my two favorite defensive coordinators by a mile. Although the coaching of the Ravens has been impressive the last few years. So, on offense and defense, they're just a well-coached football team. And that's not just few years, 10 years? Harbaugh's been done an incredible job, John Harbaugh. He was a special teams coach, too. Denver, Buffalo, I like this one. Boy, do I like this one. 5-point favorites, the Broncos, or the Bills are at home. This is a weird one. Raiders, 3 points on the 3.5 points on the road against the Jets. I don't even know. Jets at home, 3.5. I'll take it. And Bears, 7.5-point favorites at home against the Giants. Well, amidst this quarterback change, I don't even know if the Bears are really that much better of a team than the Giants, even though it sounds crazy. Like, I'll take Daniel Jones over Trubisky and Chase Daniel, and we'll see how that goes. I don't think you can play. Well, I'm looking at a consensus odds site, Dylan. So it's called Sports Insights. So they have it'll show a consensus, so that way I can line shop at a glance, right? I don't have an account at all of these ones. It's very hard to get accounts at some of these things, but they are. It does give you kind of a bird's eye view along with the betting percentages as well. Giants D is so bad, I agree, but I mean, Do a little bit of homework before tomorrow, that's for sure. 9.5-point favorites, the Saints over the Panthers this week. I don't know about that. Really? All right. There's some line movement in this Detroit Lions-Washington Redskins game. Interesting. It's happening right now. So there's money coming in on the Lions. Obviously, because the Redskins are pretty much the worst team in the league aside from Cincinnati. And I guess Miami. But Miami has 2 wins. And that win over the Colts on the road kind of, I don't know, validated them. Does that make any sense?
Validated the Dolphins?
Yeah. Here he is again. Should I trust the Panthers? Trust the numbers at Vono. That's really what it's about. You know, you're not trusting any one team. You're picking the best median number. It's in my opinion, can you really lay 9.5 points to the Saints? Sure you can. In the long run, I don't think it's a good idea. Haskins in for the rest of the year. Yeah, and Haskins is bad. Haskins is probably the worst quarterback starting in the NFL right now, which also makes it tougher, but I don't know. That's the way they want to take it. Ownership medals, and that's a good barometer of how much ownership medals is how successful your team is. I feel like it's close. Yeah, it probably is. I almost want to get more. I almost want to get 10.
For which game?
Carolina, New Orleans. I think the Cowboys are the only team where ownership is meddled and it hasn't been that bad. Saints have struggled to score to take the Panthers. I just like getting points. Like if I'm torn on a game, I'll just default to the points. That's just the greediness in me. That's for sure. That like that Colts game laying 10.5 bothered me, but it's just my style. Jacksonville, Tennessee. Ugh. Tennessee by 3 is about right.
I'm actually surprised it's 3. I think it'd be 3.5 or 4.
I don't think so. Skins fans were chanting "Sell the team" today. Yeah. You know what he could just do? He could just clean house in the front office and back office, and then he could just let them do it. That's how you get it done. Clean house, because Bruce Allen is a hated figure in the football community. Not that hated and winning is fine. Hated and losing is not fine. Yeah, it's so close. This is tough. This Eagles-Seahawks one is impressive. The Sharps really think the Eagles are a top-tier team. They really do. I want to buy some shreddies. You want to end the stream?
Yeah, if you want to get shreddies, then let's do it.
I want to get some shreddies. I really do. I am such a sucker for marketing, guys.
You guys have a good night, and we'll be
always
back.
A pleasure, guys. I look forward to these. So does Big Rye. It actually makes football fun again. I don't know. That sounds so homerish, but it really, really does.
Steelers 6.5 right now. They're going to win by at least 25. That's a pretty bold proclamation, Dylan. I guess Sharps know which teams have underperformed.
Yes, absolutely. Because they're unwavering. Oh, I don't know, 6.5 points. This is really it's 6.5 minus 120. That's pretty much it's close to a -7. In the contest, I feel like I know where I'm going to go with that.
Like the line, John. You have a good night.
Later, squares.
All right, guys. Catch you later.
Cheers, guys.